a peppy song. Oh, wait. Okay. Anyway, it's Friday. I'm early. So I got that going for me, which is something. I was gonna say which is nice because that's how like the quote goes, but doesn't really matter actually. Let's start off with some abrupt pausing into some classic beginning of stream stuff. It is a little challenging for me to eat this early, but for whatever reason, I am actually just hungry enough anyway, so it doesn't really bother me at all. This is from a while ago. I honestly don't even know if we've already watched this or not. Or maybe it's the title is making me think of a different one. Because they've done stuff about gas stuff before, but I think that was about how they buy stocks or something. Something like that. Whatever. Anyway. Or no, it was like how the stock market is making the environment worse or something. Because they put money into gas companies or whatever. Anyway, who actually controls the gas prices? So this was in May, which was when gas prices were first shooting up. The prices are still fluctuating all over, it feels like, but I think it's in general a little more calm than before. So certainly not lower than before, maybe lower than what's on this video, but either way, Climate Town usually does a pretty good job here. And I say this every time, but something about the very full dark mustache but with the light beard always throws me off. I don't know what it is about that. Where does he live? I forget where he lives, but I've never seen Rocket as a gas station place. So it must not be in the same areas that I live. But okay. He's got the part. Do you think he had to go out and buy this for this shot specifically, or do you think he already had one? I'm just saying. And then the classic tape of the lav mic? I forget how you're supposed to say it. I don't, if there's one thing that I'm awful at, it is audio. Audio is the most awful thing to have to do ever. It feels like it should be easier, and it's always the worst thing ever. I don't have one of these. I'd be interested in setting, like, I'd love to be able to figure out how to set one of those up. I think you need a full mixer and everything, though, and I don't have that, so. Anyway, let's see what he has to say about who does the gas price. Who really controls the gas prices? Because it's definitely not Joe fucking Biden.
Well, 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 gas prices are high again. That's right, the price of gas is higher than it used to be. And we all know the reason why. There's one man who gets to set the global price of gasoline, and that guy is the President of the United States.
Yep, that's how it works.
Mr. President. That's so insane. Hey, sorry about that guy. He's just mad about high gas prices and has a deep misunderstanding of what causes them to happen. And he's not alone. Whether it's the media
the casual walk backwards in the middle of a street.
Blaming Obama.
No, he's been nothing but bad.
Gasoline prices nearly doubling since President Obama took office.
Or Trump.
Prepare to see some higher gas prices.
Yeah, President Trump driving up the price on crude oil.
Or just a bunch of grown-ass men who developed an interest in arts and crafts. It really seems like people...
It is weird that you would think, I mean, he just proved it. Everyone always blames the president for global gas price rising. What? Huh?
People have no idea how gas.
It's not even that much hard to think about. The fact that it's affecting other countries alone just proves it wrong. Like, I don't work.
This is all on Joe Biden.
Then it occurred to me that I didn't know how gas prices worked either until I took a literal class on it. So now I'm here to explain it so sticker guys and talking heads don't think the American president has some sort of Price is Right wheel in his office that he spins every morning.
That would
to
be
determine
hype, though.
How much gas should cost.
Imagine.
Hi, I'm Raleigh Williams, the sort of gas station Ryan Seacrest, and a climate science and policy master's degree recipient, and this is how gas prices work.
And there was just so much that happened there, but the Ryan Seacrest part was funny. His pose was something else.
As you might expect, gasoline is not just some kind of mysterious juice that comes out of the end of an enchanted snake.
This is
It's
true.
a trillion-dollar industry. There's some f***ing paperwork involved. In fact, there's a whole government agency called the Energy Information Administration that tracks exactly what contributes to the price of gasoline, and there's basically 4 factors. And not
It
to
said New
spoil
England
anything
there.
for you, but how much America's president wants gas to cost is not one of them. Let's give it a look-see, Family Feud style. In 4th place, contributing to
What
about
was that?
14% of the price of gas.
Let's think about it. Oh, he's about to reveal. Well, one of it, I mean, it depends, right? Because you could just say supply demand, but that's obviously not enough. So there's going to be something to do with the supply in general, though. Like how much the bigger producers are selling for. So my mind immediately jumps to the Middle East. But I imagine it has how much are they pulling up out of the wells and the refining and stuff? Because they could slow that down or speed it. Like they could do more or less. COVID probably affected a lot of that, but anyway.
Is distribution and marketing.
Okay, yeah, I was going in reverse order. Okay, all right.
This includes the price you pay to get gas from the refinery to the gas station, paying the people at the filling station, and advertising the incredible 1/10 of a cent discount you're getting on every gallon of gas. Fun fact, filling stations have one of the worst profit margins of any industry in the U.S., making an average profit of just 5 to 7 cents per gallon of gas.
I mean, that's a good thing, I suppose. That it's so low, because they could be, I suppose, gouging us for a lot worse.
These guys don't make their money on gas. Gas is just to get people in the door where they can make their real profits selling Funyuns and Big Gulps. In 3rd place, with another 14% of the price of gas, is the cost of turning crude oil into
Refining.
sweet car juice, baby.
I mentioned
which is fairly
refining.
labor-intensive and can also cost more depending on state regulations and corporate requirements. Again, the price of refining is fairly stable, so the only way to cut costs here is by appealing to the notoriously philanthropic nature of companies like ExxonMobil and BP and Shell. I'm being sarcastic. They love money. Those costs aren't coming down. In
Yeah.
2nd place, making up about 16% of the price of gasoline, are federal and state taxes and fees.
That makes sense.
That's the extra cost the federal and state government adds to gasoline to help pay for things like roads and bridges. And if you're thinking, hey, aren't America's roads and bridges absolutely falling apart?
The answer is yes,
That might have something to do with
but that's also to do with a lot of other reasons, like the fact that the money we get from the taxes from gas is not nearly enough to compensate for the amount of new roads that get made, as well as maintaining the old ones.
the fact that the federal gas tax hasn't been raised since 1993.
That is a long
Now,
time
state
ago.
taxes are a contributing factor to variability across the U.S. California has higher gas prices because their state tax is one of the highest in the nation, plus they tack on some extra fees to try to account for the very real pollution that driving around creates. Which,
Yep.
seems like a good thing to try to account for. And not for nothing, but the federal gasoline tax in European countries like Germany, the UK, and France, just the tax, is $2.80 a gallon.
Yeah. I didn't really know it for every European country, but I knew that for the UK, their gas prices are really high. And I imagine that would be the case for the rest of the EU. Well, I guess the UK isn't in the EU anymore, but you get the point.
Which makes America's 18.4 cents a gallon, or even California's 51.1.
Americans are definitely spoiled in terms of gas prices, and a lot of them have no idea somehow. I feel like it's not that crazy to learn about that the UK prices are way higher.
Cents a gallon feel kinda low in comparison. So they're not what's causing spikes or dips for the pinch at the pump.
Pinch at the pump?
The pinch at the pump.
The pinch at the pump.
And in first place, with a commanding 10-year average of 56% of the price of gas.
I mean, it's got to be a supply, right?
Gasoline is oil, baby!
The oil and the drilling and all of that.
That's right, we're talking Texas tea. I'm talking about that rock gravy, black gold,
Rock
tank
gravy?
top and spank juice, pipeline piss, the old French
Pipeline
Kevin, the
piss?
old hot chocolate
What's a French Kevin?
for cars. Any way you slice it, the price of gasoline is basically
Damn, where did they have to go to get this shot of the oil thing in the background? It's kind of hyped that they figured
global
that
price
out.
of oil plus a handful of add-ons to get that oil to you. And if you're still not convinced, you skeptical son of a bitch, it's time to take a trip to Chart Town. Here we
Alright,
go.
Chart Town.
This is the price of crude oil, and this is the price of gasoline.
This is all making sense. This is all pretty standard.
And just for reference, here's a chart of the gas price versus tax, here's the gas price versus refinery costs, and here's the gas price versus distribution and marketing.
Why is there no data on distribution marketing? I guess because it's kind of actively happening, but then why wouldn't they? Well, because gas prices always. Yeah, all right.
Now, which one of these things looks like it's got the most impact on daily gas prices?
I think it might be the oil. Duh. And
So-
when there was lots of less people working because of COVID, then that meant the oil was more expensive, and then
Since
in addition to that, shipping those oil barrels around costs more too,
price
and yada
volatility
yada
of
yada.
gasoline is almost exclusively due to price volatility of oil, maybe we should talk about how oil prices work. Now in America, we do drill and refine a lot of our own oil.
We do
but
do
since
this.
every man, woman, and child drives around here,
Where were you going?
To the gas station
How come?
because I have reasons.
and
What the hell?
underinvesting in public transportation is basically a national pastime, we're forced to import about half the oil we use from other countries.
Jesus.
But you know what, I'm sure that's not a lot. Holy hell, that's 9 million barrels of oil per year? Wait, that's per month? Wait, that's per day?
Is that really per day? That's insane.
And please don't let that wait, that's per blank thing undermine your confidence in me. I actually wrote that into the script. I just wanted to emphasize that it's 9 million barrels of oil per day.
What? I would have believed the per month. I was like, okay, yeah, that sounds more likely. 9 million a year doesn't sound like enough. Day? Per day?
And at
That's
42
a lot.
gallons a barrel, America imports 378 million gallons of oil from
Holy
other
shit.
countries every day, which to me seemed like a lot.
That is a
Whenever
lot.
politician says
That's
they
way
want
more than I
America
thought.
To be more
So then that means, so this is a simple fact to keep in your brain. 9 million barrels a day imported from elsewhere, in addition to the oil we already drill.
energy independent.
Energy independent.
Energy independent. Energy independent.
And then they shoot down laws that promote electric vehicles or minimum fuel standards. It really makes me wonder whether they understand how American energy independence
don't think they
works,
do.
Because importing millions of barrels of oil from other countries every day doesn't feel real independent.
It also is weird to think about the fact that you have to use oil to move the oil to the place so that we can then use it. You know what I mean? Like they have to put it on a boat or something, probably a boat. So you got all these barrels of oil that's then using some oil to then move the oil over over here to then use it here.
Independent to me. Especially when those other countries have a lot
Doesn't
to
seem
say
great.
about how global oil markets should work. And when I say other countries, I really mean the most powerful group of work friends on the planet, OPEC.
Wait, okay, I've heard of OPEC. I don't really know what they do though.
This lighting is not going to work. Mark,
Okay, all the way back in 1960, a group of oil-rich countries, including Iran, Iraq, Kuwait, Venezuela, and Saudi
Oh, OPEC is okay. I got
Arabia,
it.
got together and they formed OPEC.
I
And if you
got
thought
it.
the O stands for oil, you'd be wrong.
'Cause
I
it's
know, I thought that was a layup,
petroleum,
too.
right?
Probably oil producing, and then I don't know.
No, it's like
actually the
Organization of Petroleum.
Exporting Countries.
Let's
And they got
go.
together and formed themselves into a literal cartel. And just a quick note about cartels here.
Why is he-
You usually only hear about cartels in episodes of NCIS.
Why is
and it's
he-
usually just because some NCIS writer is trying to get out by 5 that day, and they need a shorthand for a group of
Why is
people
he
who's going to cut you in
topless?
half hot dog style if you try to touch their cocaine. It's also got a sort of cast
I
of
guess
the
it's
OC
fine,
goes
but it's
to
weird.
Mexico filter like this. Oh man, where are we, Juarez? But seriously, a cartel is actually pretty similar to a monopoly. The difference is a monopoly is one entity that controls the sale. of
cartel is
something,
multiple.
And a cartel
Yeah,
is a
yeah.
group of entities that agrees to
This is
lower
true.
the supply or raise the price in order to control the sale of something. So by the early 1970s, OPEC countries had confiscated oil operations from the private companies running them.
Holy shit. Mobil, now ExxonMobil, Exxon, now ExxonMobil. Texaco, now Chevron. Gulf Oil, now Chevron.
And giant government-run OPEC oil companies absolutely dominated the global supply of oil. And when I say dominated, I mean like LeBron James in high school basketball dominated.
Okay.
Finally an opportunity to show the elevation, the windmill, the creativity, the extension.
Yeah.
See, in the oil game,
Yeah.
there's this thing called reserves, which is an estimate of all the oil in the ground waiting to be drilled up. And as of 2018, OPEC countries were sitting on 79.4% of all the oil
Goddamn.
estimated to be in the ground. And that's actually pretty important, because even though America is currently drilling oil as fast as humanly possible, OPEC has a very deep bench. Oh, and one more thing.
Yeah, they're gonna not do it at a pace to make it. Because the thing is, if they drill out as fast as they can, then that's just gonna mean there's extra supply, so then the price goes down. They kind of want to walk a line where people will accept how expensive it is, but try to have it be as expensive as they're willing to pay.
OPEC recently added a little country called Russia to the cartel.
Ooh.
And OPEC,
Okay, I
Russia,
didn't know
and a
that.
few other countries recently
I
rebranded
thought it was just the
themselves
Middle
as
East
OPEC
types.
Plus. OPEC Plus now holds the keys to 90% of all the
Oh
world's
my
proven
shit.
oil reserves and 55%
Alright, that's not
of the
good.
active oil supply on the global market. Now, 55% does not give you unfettered control over all things oil, but it does give you an incredible amount of leverage in
Yeah,
the
that is a
global oil
lot.
supply. So while the United States might be the largest single country producer, OPEC Plus combines over 20 oil exporting countries, including Saudi Arabia, Iraq, and Russia, and the result is a cartel that truly has global oil by the balls.
Yeah.
Russia, weird. I feel like Russia's been in the news lately. Did they have like a hockey team that rescued a bunch of Filipino kids from a cave? Or
No, no.
no. They
The
invaded the sovereign
war.
nation of
Yeah,
Ukraine.
yeah.
And also gas prices went way up, and I wonder if those two things are related. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. They super are. But just because OPEC
Obviously.
controls 80% of the world's oil reserves does not mean they get to just name their price. Oil price is based on global supply versus demand. Demand tends to go up when things are good and people are driving.
I'm curious to know, because we already know the 9 million barrels a day thing for the U.S., in addition to what we already do. So what? I'd be curious to know what our oil or gas or whatever in total that we need or use compared to other countries. How much different that is, or not. I don't know.
And constructing buildings and doing sweet donuts in the parking lot. And demand tends to go down when things are bad, people are not constructing buildings, and carving a sweet donut in the local Barnes & Noble overflow lot is just for special occasions.
Yes.
Now, OPEC does not control demand, but they do get to mess with supply by determining how much oil OPEC countries allow into the market, which can seriously affect the price of oil. In
Yep.
fact, one time in 1973, OPEC was pissed at America. They didn't let America have any oil, and it caused a massive spike in prices, and cars lined up around the block to get gas.
No, they did not. No man ever
8 o'clock.
told-
We were
he
supposed to
never
pump
told
at
us.
8 o'clock.
It was pandemonium, and ask your parents, because apparently they freaked the absolute
I
fuck
didn't-
out.
I
Okay?
don't
It was
think I've
like
heard
the
of this.
Red Scare and Y2K had a baby. And if you didn't understand any of that sentence, how do I put this? You're probably going to be the one solving climate change. So
He's
thank
right.
you so much for your service, and we're sorry in advance.
and then after thank you for your service, and then go. And then
yeah, and that's the cut. Yeah. Anyway.
That is a good cut. All right, hold on. I need to fill my water.
We know your time is valuable. Thank you for holding. Someone will be with you as soon as possible. Thank you for your call. We appreciate your business and the opportunity to assist you. We know your time is valuable. Thank you for holding. Someone will be with you as soon as possible. We know your time is valuable. Thank you for holding. Someone will be with you as soon as possible. Thank you for your call. We appreciate your business and the opportunity to assist you.
That was a fun cut. Earbuds are backwards.
OPEC and the other global oil producers, which includes private American companies, get to control the supply of oil. And based on global demand, a per barrel oil price is set. Now, it's not identical in every country all over the world, but since oil is a commodity that can be piped or shipped alarmingly quickly anywhere on the planet,
everyone kind of lines up pretty
relatively
quick,
consistent
yeah.
across the globe at any given time. Now remember, gas price volatility is basically just oil price.
You think the worker inside
The oil
this
price
store is like, what the hell is this guy doing?
Volatility happens whenever there are disruptions in the global supply or demand of oil. For instance, when America invaded Iraq in 2003 and disrupted their ability to get oil, the price of gas went up in America.
That makes sense. I do feel like I remember that too. Hey, Ed. You been watching any of Multiverses at Evo?
Global markets knew that a country at war might not be able to supply the same amount of oil, so people wanted to stock up on oil as a precaution, causing the demand to go up, causing the price to go
Dude,
up.
old school stock floor shit is so crazy.
And yes, this is a gross oversimplification of how it really works. It's really more of a series of feedback loops that put pressure on the system in different ways, as detailed by Donella Meadows in the book Thinking in Systems. Read it if you can.
Damn, she went
and
to Dartmouth.
A gross oversimplification of how things
Can't
work.
even play. Well, yeah, I mean, I know that, but you don't have to be able to play to watch. But I imagine today isn't a great day to watch anyway, because it's like day one, I would think.
I now present the past 20-ish years of the global oil market.
Okay.
First, we gotta take a trip back to Showdown, baby.
Hot crackers, oil prices are coming up fast in the early 2000s. It's instability in the Middle East and the invasion of Iraq.
All right, this makes sense.
Supply, and oh no, here comes Hurricane Katrina, absolutely ham-yammying the oil refineries in the Gulf Coast. Global supply goes down, and what's this? Global demand for oil is surging due to the emerging markets in Asia. We've got ourselves a good old-fashioned price increase, friendos. More global tension from North Korean nuclear testing, Israel.
I'm hoping that he's gonna be able to comment about the deep spike that happened during COVID.
War and 1,000 other problems give oil markets the heebie-jeebies. They want to buy that oil. Demand spikes, and oil is $100 a barrel, $120 a barrel, $140 a barrel. Good Charlotte, that's an expensive barrel. And since every major form of transportation and construction is addicted to oil, every government, business, and individual in the world has no choice but to buy that oil at outrageous prices. Companies' budgets are stretched razor thin, and any little snap could force them into bankruptcy. But I think things are going to be just fine for the year 2008. Oh, no.
Oh, God. That was all before 2008. Oh, shit, that's right. Okay, all right.
The U.S. housing market crashes and a global recession tips business after business into bankruptcy. Demand for oil plummets and oil prices crash to $32 a barrel.
Oh my God, imagine being able to buy 32.
Terrible, but the world economy is clawing its way back and demand increases. Then we've got the Arab Spring and the collapse of Libya taking millions of barrels of oil off the market. Supply goes down. You know what that means. The price of that good old French Kevin just went
What is French Kevin?
Up! Oh, here comes Russia attacking Ukraine in 2014. Supply goes down, prices go up, but wait a minute, what's that sound? It's the fracking boom from the USA, and they're fracking the absolute molasses out of North Dakota and the Permian Basin, flooding the market with
That
oil.
doesn't seem
But
great.
as supply goes up and prices go down, a bunch of those US fracking companies go out of business because fracking isn't profitable and oil is under $60 a barrel. Talk about boom and bust, baby! Plus, it turns out
Oh, that one scene of that thing spinning and oil just shooting out
there's
is
a whole
nasty.
bunch of other problems with fracking, and now OPEC is playing chicken with U.S. fracking companies and also a million other factors, and oh my God, what a ride. But if I know my stuff, 2020 is going to be
We're about to hit
smooth
2020.
sailing forever. And then knock knock, it's a global pandemic, and everything shuts down. People aren't flying. People aren't driving. Construction projects stop. And the parking lot donut is placed on the critically endangered list. The world economy stalls, and for the first time ever, the supply and demand of oil was so utterly out of whack that the price of oil went negative for a day.
Damn. Wait, how, that's awesome.
But even though oil prices
I remember it was like under $2. It was like 150 or something at the
positive
gas
next
station.
day,
It was sweet.
prices were still so crazy low for gasoline that some places were selling it for 85 cents a gallon.
Okay,
What
I
is
never
this,
saw it that low.
1993. Seriously though, 2020 looked like bad news for oil companies, but they stopped drilling. They got over $10 billion in government bail.
This is a story we hear too much.
Bailouts.
Bailing
And one
out
other thing, Was it
assholes.
they like used the money to keep their employees on the payroll? Oh no, I'm sorry. It was the opposite of that. They actually fired 100,000 employees.
Holy
but don't
shit,
worry,
that's a lot.
Oil companies in 2020 had a better year than they did in 2016.
That
so
makes
as
sense.
2021 rolled around and a shaky recovery started, oil companies had a choice. They could choose to invest that money in drilling, hire back the people they laid off, and increase supply.
These things would make
or
sense.
they could
Or they
not
just
hire
not
those
do
people
it
back,
and keep a
not
bunch of money.
drill, and restrict supply, forcing oil prices way up. And which one of those things do you think oil companies did? American oil companies did stock buybacks, executive bonuses, and purposely didn't rehire their workforce as a way to maximize profits. And of course they did. They're oil companies. This is almost too dumb to say, but oil companies like when oil prices are high.
This is true.
They sell oil for money. And since drilling operations slowed down as a result of the pandemic, they now get to enjoy massive oil profits as they slowly ramp drilling back up. And if you don't believe me, just ask oil companies.
Would Pioneer in that scenario
Oh, I think I saw this video when it happened at the time.
actually increase production to help make up any potential shortfall?
No, Pioneer will stay with our plan. We announced a CapEx plan. As I said, regardless of whether it's $150 oil, $200 oil, or $100 oil, we're not going to change our growth plans.
We will continue to prioritize free cash flow
A 21 billion oil and gas
generation
Okay.
over the pursuit of volume growth. We have no intention of adding incremental barrels into the market.
So if the president phoned you up, Scott, and said, you know what, we need some more oil, what are you going to say to him?
I'll tell him we have a pact with it's all about the shareholders. Our shareholders own
Yeah, I definitely saw this video because I remember this guy talking about the shareholders and just
they
feeling
want a
gross.
return of cash. We know
Weird stuff. And I mean, it's especially weird considering they'll say all that stuff and then they'll immediately run onto Fox News and
Yeah, as well as advertisements talking about how the supply chain.
lie to whoever will listen in order to perpetuate this myth
Yeah.
that Biden has some kind of magic button that controls oil prices.
And this is all because of the absolute war that the Joe Biden administration has begun to wage on the oil and gas industry.
We have no intention of adding incremental
Same guy, by the way.
Biden's closure of pipelines because of
Is that
shutting
Rand
down,
Paul?
Leases and things like that.
We're not going to change our growth plans.
Oh, maybe the first one wasn't the same guy.
Anti-West academics are making him do whatever they want.
Because I have reasons.
Don't get me wrong, Biden is a real
Callback
wet sandwich
video.
president, and there's a lot of stuff to attack him about, but oil prices are not one of them.
And then we go to the cars with windmills in their back seats.
Huh?
Just a bunch of rascals selling their tank top and spank juice. What could that guy possibly think?
That's exactly what I was thinking. It's like, what does that guy think when he just said spank juice, dude?
Talking about? Wow, I want to know. We should track him down.
But you don't actually have to know what tank top
He got the
and spank
Reese's.
juice is to know that gas prices haven't really gone back down to pre-pandemic levels, and that's because the globe's oil suppliers are perfectly fine prioritizing short-term profit over actually increasing supply. Oh,
Yeah.
they'll pretend that they're being held down by the man and all these regulations, but that's actually a lie. I made a whole video about this, and it turned out pretty good, so you should
Yeah, I think I saw that
but
one.
The TLDR is that the big dogs like BP, Chevron, ExxonMobil, and Shell are posting record high profits, but spending record low amounts actually drilling and reinvesting in their company. Couple artificially low supply with supply chain issues and a double dose of inflation, and gas prices are just cruising up. And then Russia started threatening Ukraine. And even though they pinky promised that they weren't preparing for some kind of war, oil commodity markets kind of freaked out because it sure looked like they were preparing for some kind of war. They started buying up oil, meaning demand went up, meaning price went up, meaning gas prices shot through the roof. And it turned out, oh man, there was a second roof above that roof, and we discovered that when Russia actually invaded Ukraine and gas prices shot through that roof as well. Global supply shrinks because, you know, war, plus international sanctions against Russia, plus Russia retaliates by withholding exports, plus even more war-related supply problems. So unless you're watching this video in the distant future, that's pretty much where we are today. So
It's still pretty much true.
Who actually controls gas prices? Nobody! And also, kind of everybody at the same time. It's complicated, is the point that I'm making here. Look,
Dude, he's been in so many different gas station areas. Does he get kicked out of them all and he has to go to a different spot?
Just through 20 years of oil history, and you might have noticed the entire world is addicted to oil. And the fact that 70+ countries export oil and every country uses oil means that no individual, no matter how powerful, can just sort of step in and change gas prices. Now, I'm not saying nobody can influence gas prices. OPEC Plus and the world's oil majors make their living trying to influence oil and gas prices. But for all the influence LeBron James has over a game of basketball, he doesn't get to actually choose who wins or loses. Remember, billions of people are using oil every day. So even though presidents and world leaders have some minor tools available to them, there's no guarantee what the result of those tools is gonna be. Pandemic bailouts were intended to keep gas prices down, but they resulted in record high profits for oil companies and record high gas prices. The invasion of Iraq was
very annoying
to our own generals
to secure Iraq's oil fields,
but prices spiked anyway. The oil market is a complex system, and complex systems by their very nature are impossible to predict. But it's not hard to see how much oil companies benefit from the whole globe being...
See, like, I already know these answers, but it's still sad hearing them over said back to me.
So the next time you pull up to the gas
Not all the
pump and
answers, but
prices
some,
are high,
you know,
which,
generally.
let's face it, it's probably right now. Just ask yourself one question. Who actually benefits from high gas prices? Is it the companies that sell gas and make a big profit off high prices? Or just the most recent winner of the Tostitos US presidential election? Because as unfortunate as
Okay.
it is, global oil prices and gas prices by extension are almost completely governed by global demand plus whatever global suppliers think they can get away with, which, as it turns out, is quite a lot.
I wonder what the guy that's filming, is he also just walking backwards, or is he in a car that is driving slowly and he's sitting in the trunk?
And the only way out of this rigged system is to reduce our dependence on fossil fuels. The only way to do that is a complete all-system switch to electrification. And of course, before somebody jumps on to tell me that sometimes electricity is made using fossil fuels,
This is true.
I f***ing know that, okay? There's more than one problem with the world. I also think electricity should be made using renewable energy. And if you're interested in ways you can get involved, there are a whole bunch of links in the bio to groups focused on greening the power grid and general electrification.
Some gases used to create electricity.
I highly encourage you to join some of these
or
groups,
oil,
but
or
above
whatever.
all, just consider getting more educated about the climate crisis. Links in the bio, but this isn't a video about that. It was just a video about who controls gas prices, and I hope you came away with a conclusion that it's nobody because the system is too complicated. But it's not a system we should be involved in, so we should move away from it as soon as possible. And that is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching Climate Town.
No, I think it is.
I really, really appreciate it. If you like what you see...
I think it's just going to be Patreon stuff. But they do a good job, to be fair.
Parody of a different rap from like the 80s where this gas company, it's complicated, but I promise.
Look, I don't want to know whatever that was. Okay. So there is a special event happening in Tetris. But I think it's just to unlock old stuff. So I might only do it for a little bit of baby time. Just because I don't think it's anything actually new. For me, personally. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. So it might be like a quick little trip to Tetris Land. It could be a quick little trip to Tetris. Alright, time to find out if the audio is screwed up or not. It is not screwed up. Fantastic. So this is the event. The event is every day you can unlock a thing. I'm pretty sure I have all of these. But you only need 10 points anyway. Yeah, it says you would unlock a duplicate or something. But let's see. So I already have, or no, we want to look at customize themes. Okay, so I already have this one. I already have 2. So Bowser's Fury, Golf, Skyward Sword, WarioWare. I don't even remember what that one is. Monster Hunter, Metroid, Mario Party, Arceus, and Kirby. So I didn't see Miitopia, but I'm pretty sure I have that one too. I think it's just a little bit earlier. Right? Do I not have Miitopia? I don't have Miitopia, apparently. Really? Huh. Maybe I was gone that weekend or something. Anyway. Probably only a couple runs just to get the points. And then switch over to another thing. Okay. Oh, I guess I should probably put these on. But whatever. Here we go. I think I remember this theme being pretty decent. That's just from what I remember, though. Yeah. I remember this one being pretty good. This. Yeah, I mean, I don't love that, but I kind of have to. Yeah, right. Just thinking, was thinking if there was a way to get a T-spin out of it, but I don't think so. Bit of this, a little bit of this. Definitely still a little slow. It's kind of warm-up game, right? So. Orange is coming, so I guess I do this and this. Oh, imagine if I had a That was almost a perfect clear type scenario. Yeah, I'm moving slow. Okay. I was not used to that. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do, you son of a gun. Okay. I was trying to open the lane there, but the game did not like that. Okay, switching sides, I guess. Alright, switch sides again, sure. I realize that that looks kind of crazy, but we're gonna get a double T out of it at least. Which is still probably crazy, but... Alright, I should try and start recovering that open hole there. I will do that. Yeah, okay. That's not what I was trying to do, but okay. That's also not really what I was trying to do, but... This is not a good set of pieces. This is just not going well. Okay, alright. We do this, we do this, we do this. Do this to stall. Okay. Okay. I almost messed that one up. Sure. A little risky. Get a Tetris out of it. Time to clear stuff though. Do this. Not ideal. There we go. Okay. This song is so intense. Gotta stall some. Okay. Sure. Go over here. Thank you. Not really what we wanted to see. We're in there. Okay. Yeah, see, that's just not gonna work because we didn't get a straight. We didn't get a straight or a blue. We needed a blue. We needed one of the two blues, or even a red. Red there would have been able to go in the middle and stall, but the orange could not. But okay, I mean, whatever. 5th place, first try is fine. 10 KOs ain't bad either. I'm satisfied. Quick little Tetris, get the points. Didn't really need to do it today anyway. While we're here, let's check if there's a Fall Guys event. While we're here, let's check. Shall we? Let me do a look away for 20 seconds too. I'm kind of feeling that. There's a lot of non-blinking. I will have to change controllers if there is an actual event here. Fall Guys always takes a little bit to open. Excuse me. Let's see. Let's see? Question mark? Okay, so we press the Y button. Actually, no, we do... Okay, there's no special event going on. Probably, well, maybe, but for now, I think perhaps not. I just wanted to check. Figured that would make sense to do. You can see the screen when it disconnects goes all blue because you see my face light up in the blue. Alright, so that was fine. That's fine. Can I close this? No, we keep that open. Can I close this? Yes. Move the Discord back over to that side. Then if I have the ability to scroll. Okay, here we go. Alright, let me get in here. Let me get in here. Yes. I want to try this game. Put this, move this over as well. Pause the Kirby. Change to games and demos, I guess. Hold on, let me see if this... I'll just use the games music. So, today, I got a new Unity game here that I want to try out. It's from Same Mizu, I believe, who in the past has made some good ones. And it looks like we have some form of puzzle game. It's called the Match 4 RC, according to Google Translate. So let's take a look at it, shall we? The directions, or the introduction. The introduction. This is a puzzle game that disappears when 4 or more blocks of the same color are connected vertically and horizontally. The score is added to the square of the blocks erased at the same time. I think it's better because I made it. If you put a block outside the frame, it's game over. Okay, so if we make a block outside of here, we lose. Got it. Sort of Tetris-y in a way, I guess, with the 4 number, but otherwise, not really. Okay, method of operation: up, down, left, right, or WSD, move blocks. Space, drop blocks. R, redo, only when ranking is not open. Okay. Let's see what they have to say. Let's see what this has to say. Let's get our crop on, shall we? Let's get our... Please? Please, I'm pressing the Alt key. The Alt key means you should... Losing my mind? Huh? Is my keyboard, like, not working? My keyboard is actually not... Wait, what? Why did my keyboard stop working? How? What? My key... Hold on. What is going on? I can't type or paste or press any keys on the keyboard. Okay, that's not ideal. Let me put the Kirby music back on while I attempt to fix this, I guess. I don't know. Hide this. And hide this. You know what? You could just... I don't even... I'd rather keep this how it is. Just I don't have it set up that way. Alright. How? How is this messed up? Does that work? That work? What's going on up there? Is something pressing the keyboard? No, nothing's pressing it. What the hell? It was working. What? Unplug, and then I'm gonna give it a moment, and then it's pretty. They're pretty hot. There's a lot of temperature going on back here. Okay, is this gonna work now? Hey, it works. I have no idea how or why that happened, but okay. That was unexpected. It was certainly unexpected. Now the Alt key works, so I can actually, you know, do the thing where you're dropping and whatnot. Good lord. Somehow it doesn't perfectly fit, but whatever. Okay. I guess I might as well make myself a little bigger then. Sure, why not? Okay, pause the music. Alright, we're back. Had a little bit of a hiccup with the keyboard not working for some reason. We're back in though. Okay, so I can move left and right. That, I mean, bottom left feels like that would make... Oh. Huh. And there's 4 colors. Okay. Alright, I mean this... I think that makes sense. This makes sense. I don't know if I'm getting good spawns to start here, or... Okay. They have to be in a straight line, right? Yeah, see that's... Is that gonna block? Yeah, it will block, right? So then I go here. Then we go here. Okay, so we've learned something, and that is that if the stuff clears, then things don't fall down. So that's pretty awkward, I would think. And it has to be... Okay, alright. I can fit that in there. I'll do a little bit of this. I'll do a little bit of this. I'll do a little bit of that. That's a shame. That's a shame. I don't love that. This is a bit of a bold move. I'm going for it though. Okay. Would I rather have... I would think I would rather have this clear, right? Okay, alright, okay. Would I rather just put it here? Punished immediately? Okay. Alright, we're fine. Kind of was hoping that would not happen. I mean, the reds are on their way out, though. Alright, maybe not. The green in the bottom corner can stay there. It's fine. There we go. Get rid of that. Now we're here. Now, oh, that was a misinput. What do I even want to do here now? Okay, we're getting yellows. That's helpful. I'm like trying to like, if I could do 3 across, and then 1 top and top, does that... It works, but you would need an insane amount of yellows. I don't think you're gonna get that many. Alright, that's good. That way we have room for blues. We don't have anywhere for green right now, but that's okay. This yellow can go vertical now. The blue is still there. The yellow is here. The red is clear. That way we have green now. Okay. It's not beautiful, but... Perfect. This is... Do I like yellow here? I think so. Maybe? I don't know. It's not fantastic. Do this. Do this, definitely. Start red here, I suppose. Horizontal blues are happening. That still works. Horizontal blue still works. We need to fill in the gap and then give me a blue. I'll do this. I'll do this even? Does it do that? Give me a blue, please. Really would love a blue? You're not really listening to me. It's been 1,000 years since a blue. Now this is where I'm gonna get got, because they're gonna be like, "Oh, you wanted? Did I hear you wanted a blue?" And then they're gonna fucking own me. Okay, but I could do. You know what? All right. There it is. 10,000 years. Fill in there. No, we do it here, and then that way we do here, and then we do this, and then we do this. We do this. Didn't really want to see that, I'm not gonna lie. Okay. In before blues. Okay, apparently not. I shouldn't have done horizontal, that made no sense. Oh, it's all coming apart. It's all falling apart. Yeah, it's just all falling apart, huh? We just really need to get red out of the way. There's the blue, sure. See, I don't want to put there because then the vertical is gonna get screwed. But this isn't good either. Yeah, okay. I guess this is what's happening now. Because it has to be so right. We would have to get a red horizontal into then a yellow horizontal. No, you could do red vertical. Okay. Yeah, I didn't think about it. I needed to not do that red move. That was a mistake. Yeah. Yeah. A little too late. A little too late there. Yeah, this is just a disaster. That also still doesn't really help, to be honest. Yeah, does not help. Does not help. Still doesn't help. Still doesn't help. Yeah, this is we're not really long for this world, as they would say in the business. And that's gonna do it. How did I do? Oh, the ranking's probably gone, so there's no score that can be kept. I'm pretty sure I saw a score that was in the 600s from where I found this. see. $656. No idea if it got if that was the highest score or not. Yeah, okay, this game's hard. This game's pretty tricky. I mean, you definitely are doing like starting from the bottom stuff. That's not really what I was trying to do. Okay. I mean, we need a yellow horizontal. There we go. Perfect. Oh! Did you see how many points that just gave me? That's more points than my last time. Granted, that is pretty lucky for that to happen. So, it does sort of make sense. But still, that was pretty crazy. It feels like once you cover a spot, you can almost never get it back. Unless you get insane luck. Vertical also just seems like it never works. Okay, we got the insane luck for that. There is that at least. There is a temptation to do this and hope that we get there, and now any blue is just kind of good. Except that one. That's like the only... I guess I lied. That was not true. That was not accurate. Which one do I want to get rid of first? I guess it doesn't really matter. Sure, a new green pile. There's the yellow that hasn't shown up in a while. Yeah. Oh, no, we could do that one there. That's okay. The problem right now is if we get a horizontal green. Okay, dodging some stuff there. Yeah, that's what we didn't want to see. Though there is a new column spot for it, and we didn't want to see that either. We just haven't seen a damn, So if I cover that, that doesn't really work, so... Yeah, this just feels bad. It feels like a bad idea. That feels worse. Yeah. This is where it becomes nightmare. You have this thing on the far right that we just can't get rid of. Now we do have to cover. There's no choice, and one turn too late, of course. Nightmare fuel scenario again. Okay, that's a big one. I guess I have to do that. Yeah, and that's what we didn't want to see. It's always one turn after, you know? It's always one turn after what you want. I guess I have to do it there. That's not what we wanted to see. We're really banking on some favorable greens. And we want a horizontal yellow first. That's not gonna do it. That's also not really gonna do it. That's obviously not gonna do it. We're going all in on needing that, and now we lose. Now we lose. Now it's over. Yep. I mean, it's a higher score, but it didn't feel like I earned it. Felt like it was completely lucky. Yeah, it sucks because now we're gonna do this thing where we're gonna keep climbing sideways, and just there's literally nothing we can do about it except dumping, like that. But we have to get lucky for many turns in a row, and even then, that doesn't really help us. Yeah, no, this is over. Yep. Better score, though. Better score. Mainly just because of that one lucky 6-match thing that happened, which was kind of nuts. But... Alright, one more try. Also, while I'm here, let me copy down this link. Unfortunately, the music stops playing when I'm not touching, so... Kinda have to move that over. Yeah, it definitely feels as though once things start falling apart, there's almost no way to stop it. Feels a little... Saying that it's 2 RNG might be much, but... My strategy basically is you do some columns here, then the last one you do horizontal, and that gives you the best chance. And that feels like that's true, but you still need things to go your way. Like, okay, now we're screwed. Now we got 2 yellows. Then what? Now am I gonna start a red here? Now am I gonna go vertical? If I go vertical, then I block everything else, so I have to hope and pray that we don't get reds, and we have to try and do this yellow vertical instead. Instead, we get another red. And now that's going to be stuck. Yep. That's okay. That's not obviously not what I meant to do. Obviously, I meant to put it in there. Let's not be silly. I guess I should make myself smaller so you can see the blocks on that side. But that kind of shows you how it can fall apart. This shows you how it can fall apart pretty quickly. Because that's a kind of, I mean, it's not a 50-50. I'm going to restart. Because I think what I'm realizing is that I should do this first. And then it's like, all right, well, now I know. Now I got 2 slots for blues. And then now I know which one I'm not going to do. And then now green has to start way over there. Let's go vertical. Kind of has to, right? That's gonna mess up all the yellows horizontal. Because now it's like, alright, now if we have any yellow that isn't coming from the top, then it's screwed. Yeah, and then we get in this loop of vertical, not vertical, vertical, not vertical, and it's like, alright, well, you lose then. Alright, great. I think I still have to go here. I guess this is happening. Yeah, that's not what you want to see. That's really not what you want to see. It's just not. It's just, okay, saved. Actually, super duper saved with that. Because otherwise that was going to be a nightmare. I should not have done that. Because, yeah, now look at this nightmare scenario. What do I even do here? I guess you try and fill in here and then hope you get a red when you need it. Not when we needed it. You go again. Nope. Even worse. Even worse. Even worse. Even worse. We gotta hope for a green coming from the top. That's pretty big. That's pretty big. The right play is to always put it there, but it doesn't feel good. I mean, you can't do it there because you want the blue horizontals gone, but this also doesn't feel good because now the red's blocked. Well, horizontally it isn't. I guess I'm doing this. Kind of have to. Kind of have to. No, I didn't want to put that there. You can't do the blue there. That's side, right? Okay. That's painful. Okay, saved a little bit. I think you want this. Painful again. Even worse. Yeah, that's just really not what you wanted to see. That can't be right. But the blue... No. Now it's just so done. Yep, now it's gonna fall apart. We really... That was the turn. That was the turn. That was the turn. Yep, now it's over. Now it's over. Yeah. It's too late. One turn for a red. Nope. That's it. And then there's the red. Go fuck yourself. We don't get points just for putting them down, I don't think, so. Pray for the last turn red. Blue? Blue me? Alright, now it's over. Surely. There it is. Wow, so turns out, if you just get that full, like, what is it? 7 match, you get 1 billion points, and that's how your best. That's like you almost could just try and reset to get that, and that might be a strategy for getting the best score. I think I'm kind of done here, though. I think I've seen enough. It is like it's sort of addicting. It's a little clever. The music is chill, easy to understand. Frustrating, but the sort of typical puzzling type of frustrating where it's like, oh, RNG got me, where it's like, well, yeah, that's kind of the only way that the game can end is if you get a little, like, that's kind of how it works. So all said, a nice job by Sarah Yuzu as usual. Let's read the comments. Let's read the comments. This is fantastic. The addictiveness of thinking about the future and crushing bubble wraps is the best. The feeling when you get 4 pieces in a row is amazing while thinking about what you would like to see next. I also feel that there's strategic nature to it because it is invisible. You can play intuitively, but also think and play. That is true. You don't see what the next one coming is. That's true. There's no preview. So it's a little even more preying on what's coming next. But overall, it was a good time. I enjoyed myself. I enjoyed myself on it. Ooh. That was some fucking water right there. God damn, buh. God damn, buh. That was good though. It was nice and refreshing. I'm wondering I think it's probably about time for a stretch break, even though it feels like I haven't done that much, but it's also been an hour and a half apparently. So there is that factor. My guess is it's just kind of Haven's lurking maybe, or maybe there's some other people lurking like Elementals, some Classicos. Oops, I hit the mic. After this, I'm thinking, I'm not really feeling multiverses. My hands are kind of bothering me for whatever reason. Even though I realized I'm saying that even though I played Tetris, but I knew it was just going to be one round of Tetris, so it didn't really matter to me about doing that. I just want to show this again because it's fantastic. This happened yesterday. Buzzswole came out, as well as this Pika Party event where everyone is Pikachu and the map is different. It's not that great, if I'm honest. It seems like whoever kills the big fat middle Pikachu first gets a huge XP boost and then can kind of ride it in from there. I could be wrong, but and then beyond that, we tried the boss rush, but turns out the boss rush was just the same boss rush as before, but they reset your time, so it was like, alright, I don't need to do that. Then did some regulars, but Dem kept getting beat to picking Buzzswole, so then we did some ranked, and we fucking won all of our ranked games. All 2 of them. But, yeah. 2 wins is 2 wins, and they were pretty... I mean, it was kind of nice, actually. It's kind of nice, actually. That said, I think that in honor of it being Evo weekend, I'm thinking that there's a video I have here about fighting games. I think that would be a pretty good one to do during stretch time. However, before we get to stretch time, I'm gonna go to the bathroom and refill the water that I just chugged. Because that, I mean, I feel like that makes a refill. And I am currently trying to get the wires set here, but wires are being fiery. As they often do. Wires are being wiry, as they tend to do. Let me see if this is anywhere close to loud enough. I think this headset is just somehow like not fully working, even though I haven't abused it or used it all that long. But I'm definitely only getting sound in one ear, so that's kind of annoying. And by kind of, I mean extremely annoying. But that's okay. Because it should be enough to hear this video. If I recall, it's going to be press button win video. Nice. Okay. Before we do that though, I'm gonna go to the bathroom and such, so I'll be back.
We know your time is valuable. Thank you for holding. Someone will be with you as soon as possible. Thank you for your call. We appreciate your business and the opportunity to assist you. We know your time is valuable. Thank you for holding. Someone will be with you as soon as possible. We know know your time is valuable. Thank you for holding. Someone will be with you as soon as possible. Thank you for your call. We appreciate your business and the opportunity to assist you. We know your time is valuable. Thank you for holding. Someone will be with you as soon as possible. We know your time is valuable. Thank you for holding. Someone will be with you as soon as possible.
Hello. So, this microphone time. Let me do one of these, and one of these, and one of these, and one of these. So, the video we have here. Fighting games punching above their weight from press button win. And I thought this was the perfect opportunity for this, as EVO is currently happening right now, day one or pre-day one. I don't remember exactly how they line it all up, but yeah, I think they have some Street Fighter. I know that they announced, or they didn't announce, they posted Guile's new theme for SF6. I don't really like it, to be honest, but you know, it's fine. Let's see what they have to say about fighting games punching above their weight. There is something about fighting games that is, well, you don't need me to make a speech about it. Let the professionals do the speeches. And by professionals, I mean this guy. I'm here to check the volume first, though. How's our volume gonna be? Hey, RPB. I'm about to do stretch time, because I started stream early. This video is somehow not starting. Apparently 1080-60 is impossible to load, which makes no sense. You're eating and then you're did shopping? I think I lost a couple brain cells there. I'm eating, then I'm did shopping. Well, it's more the did shopping. And autocorrect is owning you, so get owned. But it could mean it could mean you did go shopping or you're going to go shopping. So it's like I can't really assume either one. You're eating, then you're going food shopping. Well, that's the way to do it. They say if you do it the opposite way, you end up overspending and buying things that you're like, I'm hungry right now, and so I'm gonna buy a 25-pack of fucking bagel bites instead of what I would buy if I wasn't hungry like an idiot. So, good call there. But let's see what Press Button 1 has to say about fighting games punching above their weight, because I certainly think they do. But I'm waiting to check volume. Punching above their weight. They do have huge potential. Also, Bread and PB makes sense.
A while back, I saw a post on Reddit asking why fighting games weren't more popular. The poster argued that fighting games were easier to spectate and understand when you compare them with things like...
That is very true.
I was curious, so I decided to take a look at some numbers. I went back to 2019 tournament viewership, since 2019 was kind of the last normal year before COVID hit. So
that's a good call. That's a good call.
The International is the biggest annual Dota 2 tournament, and in 2019 it peaked at 1.1 million concurrent viewers on Twitch. For comparison, at EVO 2019, Street Fighter V peaked at 182,000 concurrent viewers.
Yeah.
But context matters.
Context does matter.
Dota 2 achieved its 1.1 million viewers in 2019. It had around 11 million unique players per month. If people tuning in were mostly players, which I think is a safe assumption, they got about 10% of their players to watch their single biggest event of the year. It's harder to get data on something like Street Fighter V since its player base is on both PlayStation and on PC.
This is true.
For comparison, when I was doing research for making this video, there were 400,000 users on Steam playing Dota 2, while there were just about 1,500 Street Fighter V PC players at that same time.
That's a good amount, more than I thought.
Dota 2 destroys Street Fighter V in terms of numbers of players. But while Dota 2 struggles to get a tenth of their players to watch their premier tournament, Street Fighter V has a bunch of people watching the game who don't even play it.
Yep.
When it comes to spectating, fighting games reach outside their player base. And I think this tracks. The most famous moment in competitive Dota 2 is known as the play.
Dude, the play is so sick.
On this YouTube clip of the play is somebody explaining what the hell happened. On the other hand, while Street Fighter 3 was a commercial flop,
everyone kind of understands Evo Moment 37.
Even with zero background knowledge, it's impossible
That's right,
to watch
Evo 37, baby. The fucking classic. Let's go, Justin! What a comeback! Unbelievable! Doggo with a full parry!
Fighting games punch above their weight and have huge potential, so what's going on here? Fighting games are spectator friendly. They're a one-on-one fight where the two players and all the spectators see the exact same thing. This is a lot different from MOBAs or FPS where it's impossible to show everything that's happening all at once. However,
this is all accurate.
1v1 games can be scary. You can never be carried to victory, and you can only really blame yourself when you lose. Team-based games can attract people for lots of different reasons. Aside from the competitive aspect, it's a social activity where you can play co-op with your friends. Playing fighting games on the other hand can feel more like a lonely journey of personal mastery, which isn't necessarily what everybody's looking for. Certain intrinsic aspects of the fighting game genre might fundamentally limit its popularity in certain ways. But fighting game developers have also made a bunch of unforced errors and refused to evolve, which is really
that definitely happens.
The genre's true potential.
A lot of modern game fighting. I mean, the whole grouping of Street Fighter V, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. That was some dark fucking days. It did not go so hot. I never even ended up buying Street Fighter V. That's how poorly things went. And I barely watched any. I mean, I think I watched the first 2 Evos of Grand Finals. And maybe maybe the third one, I don't know. But nothing compared to Street Fighter 4 and Marvel 3 days.
Only recently finally overcame one of these unforced errors, with nearly all fighting game developers switching from garbage delay-based netcode to superior rollback netcode. It took a decade and a half, but better late than never.
Yep.
So what big hurdles are still out there? The first one is all of the online functionality outside of the actual matches.
Yeah, this guy still has this. Dude, this website, every once in a while it pops up again and I'm like, oh yeah.
It's better than Guilty Gear Strive. Guilty Gear Strive has great netcode, so when you're in a match, it is fantastic. However, everything else about the online experience is varying degrees of terrible. For months after launch, it took multiple minutes just to get to the main menu. Once you're finally in the game, you can either waddle around a lobby and try to find somebody to play, or you can wait around and hope somebody shows up. The game changes player ranks and forces players to go to a different floor in the middle of the set sometimes, and that new floor
that's awkward.
Promoted to might literally be empty. After booting up a fighting game, if I want to, I should be able to hit a single button and be in a match within a minute or so. If I have an hour to play, I should be able to spend the majority of that hour in actual matches.
This is all things that make
highlights
sense.
Another major misstep.
Ranked as the default sucks.
In fighting games, the default online mode has traditionally been playing ranked matches.
I'm interested to hear this.
Games are already demanding and mentally taxing. Ranked being the default way to play a fighting game online makes this 100 times worse. Compare this with other competitive genres where the big play button puts
That
you...
is true. You know what? I get what he's saying here, because fighting games are already very like intimidating and being 1v1, and so the fact that it's like, okay, now you have to, like, maybe you've had a longer day or something, you come home from work, you don't want to be stressed out by some fucking rank, you just want to go in and press some buttons and punch some people, like, you know, but no one's usually in an unranked mode.
You into an unranked mode where your win-loss ratio is hidden, nothing is on the line,
And nothing really
win or
matters.
lose, you're making progress.
You could
toward
maybe try to go for some extra cool combos or for some goofy stuff.
unlocking a goofy hat for your character. Another remaining hurdle, and possibly the biggest one, is the business model. Fighting games have largely stuck with traditional retail game pricing, launching a $60 base game and then selling you annual season passes for DLC characters.
Yeah, that's been the play for the past
online games have
5+
largely
years.
moved to a free-to-play model. This has been the case for a while, with League of Legends launching back in 2009.
This is an interesting point, and I think this is one that a lot of people argue over.
Switch back to the good mic since I'm standing here now. But a lot of people would argue that this doesn't work. A lot of people would argue that it does work. A lot of people would argue that it would work to get players, but then the monetization would be predatory and all sorts of things. It's hard to really say until it happens. Multiverse is free, and obviously it has lots of people playing it right now, which a lot of people are pointing to as a reason of, oh, it should be free to play then. See, Multiverse is doing it. But I think that's a little bit, I don't want to say it's a false narrative necessarily, but I think if you had Multiverses come out, as it is, but it's not Shaggy and Tom and Jerry and Superman, but some characters you've never heard or seen of, I think we could all agree that there would not be as many people playing it as the people that are playing it now. So if you had made you had, let's say, instead of League of Legends being League of Legends, but being Project L with League of Legends characters, but before League of Legends came out, that makes sense. So that basically I'm saying, if League of Legends game that's being made came out, but people didn't know anything about these League of Legends characters, I don't know if people would play it that much. Wasn't there a game that was like that too, the robot fighting game? Anyway.
It's understandable that the developers have been hesitant to move in this direction. There's a massive potential upside in terms of reach and financial success, but this comes with potential downside.
Yes.
A failed free-to-play title could financially tank a company.
Yeah, that's the issue. A lot of them are much too scared to do it, and I think there's like some good reason behind it. Like, as much as I would be happy about it being free to play, I think there's rightfully a lot of concern that would be had about doing that, because fighting games, as we know, in general, are smaller player bases and whatnot. It's kind of a chicken and egg situation of... Did I say Ed? Chicken and egg? Anyway. They don't want to do it because it hasn't been proven, but it hasn't been proven because no one's done it. Now someone's kind of done it with multiverses, but is it the same? Would it work with characters people don't really know as much? I mean, a lot of people don't even know who fucking Chun-Li and Ryu are, except the two people in Fortnite now. Like, you know what I mean?
Also, I don't necessarily trust big fighting game developers to do this right. Well-implemented free-to-play can be great, but free-to-play can also be an awful, exploitative business model.
Yes.
Some of you will probably be slightly shocked by all the tricks I have listed here, but I'll leave the morality of it out of the talk. We can discuss it if we have time later.
Yeah, I think I've seen part of that presentation before. It's like all of these mechanics to try to get people to spend money on free-to-play mobile games and stuff. Whaling, like it says in the picture.
There have been a few weak attempts, but large fighting game developers have mostly avoided taking the risk on free-to-play so far.
I'd be interested in to go maybe like a halfway kind of thing. Where like, okay, not 60, how about 30? But then you have a little bit more free-to-play-esque stuff in it. But I don't know. Maybe that's just the worst of two worlds, because then maybe people buy the game and they're like, well, I don't want to buy a season pass. I already paid for a game and blah, 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 even though it was $30, you know?
But at a certain point, not taking a risk is its own risk. If you don't do it, someone else will. It might be Project L or it might be something else, but someone will eventually take that gamble and win.
Project L has the best chance, I think.
And they're going to eat everybody else's lunch.
Yeah. It has to work, though.
You might be wondering why I care about any of this. It's honestly, at least partially, a selfish thing. I just want to be able to play a fighting game where at any time of the day I can jump online and spend the vast majority of my time in actual matches with similarly skilled opponents for as long as I feel like playing.
Yeah. I don't think that's crazy. I think that's part of the reason I don't play Smash 64 much anymore. But there's a multitude of reasons for that.
Ideally, this would be true
it's definitely
for
one
players
of them.
All skill levels. Instead, people give games an honest try and end up posting how, after months of 15% or less win rate, Strive finally broke me.
That's brutal.
Fighting games are an amazing thing, and I just want more people to be able to enjoy them. Sooner or later, we will see a big budget fighting game that checks all of these boxes from day one. Doing these things doesn't guarantee success, but
No.
eventually somebody will make it work, and then we'll be able to see the true reach of the fighting game genre.
Yeah, I think there's fair play for most of that was said. I mean, I already kind of said my points back and forth. I don't think Street Fighter 6 is gonna be free to play, is it? I don't think they've announced that. I could be wrong, but Project L is going to be. I know they announced that, but
some people are going to disagree with a lot of what's in this video. But regardless, I think it's an interesting topic to discuss.
I agree.
Thanks for watching, and catch you next time.
I think it was an interesting topic to discuss, and I think you know, we want certain things to happen, but it makes sense for why developers are hesitant to make the jump. The UI stuff is something that should not be a problem, and it is. I think one of the harder parts that I would guess most people wouldn't talk about, I think the topic would mainly gear towards people discussing whether or not free-to-play is a good idea. I think one of the more important parts about that actually was how he said the ranked being the main way of playing. Because a lot of fighting game players are so used to ranked being the main way of playing, it might be a little bit weird to get people to try and do it the other way. But I know for me, I'm also thinking about my viewership of stuff and how I talked about how I watched some Street Fighter 5 of like Evo and maybe a couple others, but even though I don't own the game, whereas Dota, I've watched most TIs at this point, and not even just grand finals, but like lots of parts. And I haven't played Dota in a very long time. Because I have enough understanding to be like, okay, there's maybe a couple things that need to be updated on understanding, and then I can basically get the gist of it. But I'd be curious. I guess the way that I'm able to jump back into viewing TI is how most people that don't play fighting games are able to jump into watching Evo, or, you know, whether it's Street Fighter or Melee or something else. Like you said, it's easy to parse. Have you watched any of Evo yet, Havens? I haven't really. I had a multiversus stream on for like 2 seconds, but it's day one, right? So I wasn't all that interested in. New Age Evo bores you? Yeah, I mean, I don't see how I could see myself being interested in watching almost anything that's happening on Friday. Probably not. I mean, I don't even know what game. I have not really any interest in watching. I don't even think I watched. I don't know the last time I watched Street Fighter V Grand Finals of Evo. Tekken meta's been boring. It's funny because Tekken was like the only thing I was end up watching at Evo's. Or granted, last year I didn't watch anything because it was just Evo Online or something trash. But I think beyond that, the past few that I did watch, Tekken was usually the one I was more interested in. There was DBZ that one year, one of the earlier years, and then when Melee or whatever was still in, some of that. This year, it's like, what would I even be interested in? I don't know anything about Strive, so watching it would be, I mean, I could do it, but I don't think I care, really. Tekken, maybe? And then Multiverses, maybe? But MVC2 tourney isn't even happening? That stinks. Top 32. Well, no, but it's 2v2, so it's not going to be that at all. If it was singles, I would agree with you, but the doubles is a whole different story. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be lots of those characters, but in doubles, then all of a sudden you can start bringing in Velmas and Steven Universes and the like that are way better in doubles than in singles. Yeah, I already addressed that. I said those characters will also be in 2, but your answer was a very singles answer. Come on, we can agree with your answer of saying Bugs, Tom, Jerry, and Finn was a very singles-oriented answer. Okay, let's not get it twisted. But I think a lot of teams are gonna have some other. I think you're gonna see some Velmas, some. I don't know enough about Steven Universes, but some people have been saying he's kind of wild. So maybe him. I mean, I guess technically Rain Dog too, but I don't know, for whatever reason my gut is telling me that I don't have the instinct. I don't see it, or I don't think it's gonna happen. Maybe. An Iron Giant would be interesting to see if that pops up. Honestly, it's hard to tell because it's doubles, right? So it's like you actually need to have someone you've probably played a good amount with. Like the teams that will get to the end are probably going to be the ones that have been playing together a lot already, so that they know. I also think that I don't know how much Brawlhalla players have done doubles. I don't know if that's a big thing for them. But I think the Smash players that do a lot of teams, if they're teaming with people they've teamed with and then have also played multiverses teams with, I think they'll have a significant advantage. The target switching, the being able to realize, like, oh, my partner just hit someone into a disadvantaged state. Let me drop what I'm doing. Fuck this other guy. Let me go double up on this guy for like half a second. That kind of thing. It's pretty obvious when you're playing with someone that is not as experienced in doubles. It's pretty obvious. But I think multiverses would be what I'm most interested in seeing anything of. Just because of that reason, I think. My guess is that Void and Nakat are going to do pretty well. Void obviously won that fucking 1v1 H-Box tournament. Do they play all different? I don't know what you're asking. If you're asking about at Evo, Smash is not at Evo. Smash is not an Evo. And I think the event for Multiverses is just a singles event. Or a doubles event, I mean. Backwards. So. Dude, I'm still getting replies and likes and quote tweets all the time on the fucking Pokemon thing. Some verified guy quote tweeted my thing and was like, some people clearly have never heard of the Flintstones before. In my mind, I'm like, some people have clearly never used the scroll wheel before, to see the hundreds of people that already said that. I couldn't resist. I had to do a quick look at his profile, and he's a Pokemon YouTuber. So like, all right, of course you're gonna. Even though I'm not really attacking it, it was more like, come on, you have that written statement with that picture. You can't just. I have to make fun of it. But of course you're gonna defend it, and you know whatever Pokemon does anyway. Unless it's you critiquing Pokemon, if you're the guy critiquing Pokemon, then you're obviously correct. But if someone else does it, no, Pokemon's the best, and this is the reason why, and you're a big dummy. Okay. Alright, man. Alright, man. Speaking of, how opposed to some Showdown would we be? Do we hate that idea? Do we love that idea? So far, I did Tetris 99 because there's the like baby event where you have to get 10 points each day for 4 days. I mean, you don't even have to. I've unlocked all of them except one. But then I checked Fall Guys. There was no new event, so I'm like, I wouldn't be opposed to doing some Fall Guy, but let me check some other stuff first. Did a Unity game, stretch break, and then now we're here. Haven't done Showdown in a while, so that is something I could do. Haven't, and like I said, I'm not completely opposed to some Foggies. And then what was the other thing I was thinking of? There was some other thing, and it wasn't Multiverse, but there was something else. Either way, I do have to go to the bathroom. So, if you have preferences, I suppose let me know. Either Showdown. So, well, okay, Showdown, Fall Guys, Ranked Mario Maker, question mark? Or do something else, streamer, stop always playing the same things. Those are options.
We know your time is valuable. Thank you for holding. Someone will be with you as soon as possible. Thank you for your call. We appreciate your business and the opportunity to assist you. We know your time is valuable. Thank you for holding. Someone will be with you as soon as possible. We know your time is valuable. Thank you for holding. Someone will be with you as soon as possible. Thank you for your call. We appreciate your business and the opportunity to assist you. We know your time is valuable. Thank you for...
Okay, so no words have been said. Okay. I'm gonna do some Showdown then. It's been a while. It's been actually more than a while. It's been a long ass time. In fact. What am I looking for? This. This. I'm looking at this. Like this. It's been a long, long time. It's 94. A long time ago. A real long time ago. Hell has 2 kids. Okay. Well, that was quick. Yeah, let's just do the obvious thing. Wait, I should look at what I have. Okay, so I have no stealth rocks. Okay. I mean, they know I'm banded. If they have a ghost type, they'll go to it. Okay. That's fine. I'm faster, question mark? Sucker punch, sure. I think no matter what they bring in, I'm switching out here. Yeah, it's a pretty decent one. This is more special defense than regular defense. I guess I'll go Luxray? He could have Earthquake, I guess. I think he can learn that, but I'm not entirely sure. Obviously, my electric attack type against 2 others is pretty good. Sure. I went for the obvious, because I think it just is fine to do that. Mantime seems not great. You know, it dodges the Earthquake. This also dodges the Earthquake. Brown Dragons doesn't really do too much, though. I don't want to keep... I'm going to do this even though it's weak to physical, but it dodges the Earthquake. And he hasn't seen anything that dodges it yet, so... I'm going to Toxic. Stone Edge, sure. Sure. And then that's when I go... Alkia? Yeah. And then I stay in and go Aura Sphere. That's a pretty big crunch. That's a pretty big crunch. He knows I'm not Scarfed now, there is that. Flygon is faster. Okay, so a Sleep Powder would be good on Mantine for the Rest Talk. Luxray isn't the worst to take this. Not great against it, but it's not the worst to take it. I'd rather not Frifblin be the one that gets asleep. So let's Luxray. U-turn. Okay, so then into Flygon. Alright. A Shiftry. Interesting. It's like I want a superpower, but I don't think they really do substitute usually. Yeah, okay, so this is gonna do pretty good then. Yeah. And at this point, I'm fine having this die to the Flygon, so I'm just gonna roar. If he kills me, he kills me. Some toxic stuff happens. Boros is faster. I mean, I could just do this and explode, and that's probably just good. Right? Like, that's probably just good. I think this is fine. Like, sure. Whatever. That's fine. This will outspeed anything except Jump Bluff. That's not too surprising to me, but I also kind of don't mind just going to Mantine. Sure. That's probably gonna kill me, but I'll rest anyway. Sure. Honestly, that's kind of not the worst thing, because now I sleep talk. I woke up. Alright. Whatever. Okay, it happens. I have a citrus berry, huh? I think this is what I do. I also think I just go for the shadow ball. The stab shadow ball. And I switch. Right? I think I switch. That kills me. Oh, that's bad. I did not think that would kill me. I did not think that would kill me. Alright, so that was a bit of a misplay then. And then I probably lose. I mean, he could miss Stonage, I guess, but... Yeah, that's it. Even with a wake up, it's not gonna get there. Yeah, I just didn't think Grass Knot would kill Tauros. Kind of sad they didn't reply. I said GG early, like before the Drifloom turn. I was like, oh, GG, didn't think Grass Knot would kill, but they just immediately left, so that's cool, I guess. Go to the summary meeting. There was also some other dumb thing that I did that I don't remember. I mean, the Soul Rock explosion was certainly questionable. I suppose I could have gone for... Well, I couldn't really Earthquake. I would have to Stone Edge, which is basically going to get resisted by Flygon, right? Yeah, resisted because of Ground type. So then I guess I could Zen Headbutt, because that would at least be neutral on everything. Yeah, I guess I could have Zen Headbutted instead of Explode, because it turns out having that speed for the Flygon was a big deal. Just because the Palkia not being... See, if the Palkia was a Scarf instead of a Specs, then I would have played that very different. But because it was Specs, I kind of had to do it different. But I guess what I should have maybe done was go to Palkia instead of Tauros that one turn. I don't know. It's been a while. There's some rust. There's some rust involved. And my MMR reflects that. My current MMR reflects that. This also could be just it's a Friday at 6:30 on a summer day, and there might not be many other people playing, so might have to jump ship, but that's okay. I mean, I got one game in, you know. I had me a little bit of something. Had me a little something. We'll let it search for a bit. So this either means this person's really low rank or really high rank. Okay. Hold on, what do we have? We have no, no stealth rocking, and they could be stealth rocking. But if I get a substitute and they have stealth rock, that's fine too, I guess. Okay. So that's sort of something we were willing to see. Yeah. So they might switch now, but I'm focus blasting. Yep. And they forfeited? They forfeited. Probably an early concession would be my guess, but, you know, maybe they had a couple bad games in a row, or they just felt their team wasn't enough to take on an Alakazam, but I don't think instant replay even shows me what my team was. That is one thing I would like to change about Showdown if I had to, is let the replays, let me be able to see what my team is when I'm watching it, you know? The switching sides doesn't even let me see their team. Because that would be a cool thing to see, but currently I cannot. So. I mean, I don't love this. Obviously he's a fighting type, so I'm not gonna go to Regirock. He is fast, man. Decent chance to have Earthquake. I don't think he'd have anything great against me in terms of... He could have Substitute, which would kind of suck, but... I mean, Grumpig is definitely tempting. This guy's got the old school, pixel art guy. Timer is on. I turned it on because no action. Yeah, there's a substitute. I thought that might be the case, but might as well Solar Beam. Swords Dance? Or just close combat? Just close combat. So, I think I'm going to Moonlight in case they Sucker Punch. I think he can have it. And also, special defense is lower anyway, and he might just switch out to something that resists anyway, so... I think Moonlight's not crazy here. I don't really lose too much. Yeah. Obviously, this is bad. Obviously, that's very bad for me. I think I just need to switch and hope that I can kill with this Ice Beam. Because we know that this is happening. And we just have to pray that he can't kill this in one hit. Alright, we succeeded. Alright, that is a checkbox. Because that was terrifying. Thank you, Glaceon. I am slower, it will be able to kill me. It can also Calm Mind. So none of those things I'm particularly interested in. It could have HP fighting. Psychic? I don't think it has. It usually is like, I mean, I just had one. Shadow Ball, like we could do that whole fight against each other. I think I'm gonna do this. Yeah. The only bad thing about showing Regirock early is that means he's probably gonna want to hold on to his Hitmonlee for that close combat on him. It's gonna be a brighter day. To run away. Turns out I do have Stealth Rock on the Nidoqueen this time, but I don't want Drifloon getting to set up all their stuff. I also don't think it was crazy for them to go for the Shadow Ball. They don't want to risk me staying in, making a read, using the Ice Beam, getting a good hit in because it's Flying type. I think it was fair. Okay, Manaphy. Obviously, the sun being out is pretty good for that, but the sun is going away soon. This is full HP. The problem is if I switch and he reads an Ice Beam, then they're gonna probably gonna Ice Beam would be my guess. They're either gonna Tail Glow or they Ice Beam, and either way, Awesome won't be able to do their move in the next turn. So I could start. I mean, am I faster? I'm not even faster that way. Rumpig? Question mark? There's the Tail Glow. I guess I'm going. I think I'm gonna go with a just raw attack, just because I don't even know if I'll live. Or rather, I don't know if I would be able to prevent getting two-shotted. So I'd rather than risking the can you feel it? Rather than risking the Calm Mind and then a Psychic, it's been too long since I played, so I don't know if a Tail Glow Surf is gonna kill me or not. The Legend of Gen 4 Rando. Yeah, I'm very rusty, but... And that was exactly why I was worried about a potential two-shot scenario. And I think we just have to trade this. Unfortunately, I don't know if I have anything faster than 196, which is kind of the problem. Because it almost definitely has... Yeah, this just does not seem great. I kind of don't want a Shadow Sneak because I don't know if it's going to kill, but I also don't really want to have Shaco Cut miss. Or no, it can't miss, but I don't want him to die in one hit. He has some special defense, so I'm thinking he'll live. Oh, that did not go well for you. I'm pretty sure that crit was not necessary, but I also don't... I'm not entirely sure why that was what you thought would be great. Okay. I think I have to switch out to Regirock again. HP fighting? No, just Shadow Ball again. This is not the worst thing. Okay, this time... No, I just gotta Rock Slide. Okay. Whew. There's the rest. I still two-shot you, though. So, can you kill the Regirock? They're going for it, which I respect, but without, like, HP fighting or something, I don't think that was gonna happen. Okay, the Hitmonlee, I think I gotta just leave you in here. Let you probably die. Yeah, that's fine. They got a lot of speedy Pokemon, which I do not have. But Blossom here, we know it can live one hit, so... Sunny Day into Solar Beam into Solar Beam? The only bad thing would be if it has Sucker Punch. Which is possible. It's definitely possible. But I think I have to go for it. Right? I mean, I can Moonlight one turn. Half his HP if no weather conditions. I would still die from close combat. Okay. I am still faster than you, and I did enough. Oh, God. I did 53%. I have to go. It's just too risky, right? I have to go Nidoqueen here. Surely I have to Nidoqueen here. Beautiful. I think I'm actually not gonna Stealth Rock. I think I'm just gonna straight Earthquake. I want to do as much damage as possible. Okay. Basically, I didn't want him to switch to Manaphy and then tank the Earthquake. I'm just gonna do it again. Because we need these turns back. We need these turns back with our Sunshine still out. We have enough turns now. Unless he has Sucker Punch. It all comes down to if there's a Sucker Punch here. I don't think it usually has it, though. Alright, I think we win. Let's go! Calculated the sun. Praise the sun. That one's for you, DKR. How are you, by the way? It's been a little bit. Come on, don't be a timer, Andy. You know what's happening. Don't be a timer, Timmy, okay? Just press the button. You know what's gonna happen here. We all know what's gonna happen here, okay? You don't need to... Just prepare your mental for getting some points taken, that's all. Great clinic. Thank you, thank you. If the sun wasn't something I was worried about, I definitely would have stealth rocked that first turn against Pachirisu with the Nidoqueen, just so that there would be the rocks out. Even though there wouldn't be much switching left, I still would have probably done it. But I wanted things to die, whether it was theirs or mine, as soon as possible, just so that there would be an extra turn or two of sun that I could get this Blossom back in. So, nice. Nice. Yeah, this guy's mad. I don't know why. I thought it was a pretty decent game, some back and forths. There was certainly some... I mean, they made one mistake that was pretty terrible, which was bringing in Nidoking against Gaiade. That basically will always have Psycho Cut, unless it's... I mean, I suppose they could have been reading I was gonna do like a swords dance or something, but then, I mean, still probably would have done a psychic move after that, but maybe they were thinking, oh, my Nidoking outspeeds, so I switch first turn while I swords dance, and then I'll do a stab Earthquake to finish it off. There's some logic there, but I think at that point they had seen most of my team. I don't think they had seen Nidoqueen yet, but they had seen everyone else. So they would have known that Manaphy is going to be a struggle for my team to kill, unless Blossom has speed up. But yeah, this guy is waiting for the timeout, so... Way to be salty loser. Well, not even salty. There's a difference between being salty from like RNG and then being so salty you like wait for the timer to run out. What the hell? Who does that? I'm gonna go grab an apple from the other room before we get into the next one. Should be a moment. And I'm back. See? That was short. Hello, actual spaghetti. How art thou? Hopefully not too bad. Hopefully not too bad. You're okay. Okay. It's okay that you're okay. You definitely don't need to always be good. Sometimes you can just be okay. Okay, Celebi's... That's a weird moveset, but alright. No Stealth Rocks, but I kind of like Will-O-Wisping this Donphan, because he's almost certainly going to be Stealth Rocking, so I sort of just have to do that. You've never been good in your life. Well, that's a rough one. That's a rough one. I mean, I'm not really interested in switching yet, I guess. Alright. Well, that kind of stinks for them. Damn, that kind of stinks more for me. Well, not really. Sleep talk me? Come on, if that hit. Get flinched. Man, I read the turn I was gonna wake up and everything. What the heck? 3 in a row? Bro. There we go. One more. Dark Pulse? Sure. Okay, time to switch. What am I switching to? I mean, I kind of like the idea of encoring them if they substitute. Okay, they're lava pluming. Alright, alright. Hey, Elemental. You like it when you get an encore? Yeah, encoring is fun. No doubt about it. I don't love the Miss Maggie's having a life orb. Not gonna lie. Don't love that. That did 35. And I'm life orbed? Why? Oh, because of Sucker Punch? One time you were buying some chips at the store, got an encore, then bought 200 bags of chips. That's certainly interesting. I wanted to encore Plessel just to get the encore off, but I'm realizing that I then can't kill it afterwards, so... Everything has goddamn life orb. This doesn't have U-turn either. I guess this does... an auto kill regardless of what this dude does. So, then I don't have to worry about it. I mean, probably have to Celebi, right? The burn, of course, being huge here. Kind of assuming they switch just because he does no damage, so I'm gonna T-Wave. They're gonna Sunny Day? No, they're gonna Sludge Bomb. Okay, that's fair. Poison. Yeah, alright, we're switching. Staraptor, I guess? Obviously the stones are not great for me here. Poison 2. That double poison on Sludge Bomb in a row is a little bit heinous. That's a little bit much in my opinion. That's a little bit much. Okay. One turn of Paralyze ever? Turn of Paralyze ever, maybe? That's not how you spell heinous, but yeah. I think it's like H-E-I-N. Oh, what the hell? screw you, lady. I know it can have Earthquake. It can also do the Body Slam. I think we're gonna lose this one, but let's see. Yeah. Don't paralyze, please. Thank you. I'm alive for one more hit, because it'll be at 2%. Life Orb is always 10. All writing is creative writing. True. So if he goes Dawn Fan, I guess I have to Sucker Punch. Just because he's gonna Icicle Shard. Yeah. Okay. So. Can bring this in. Empower Ice. Well, this we could maybe go for the rest. Yeah, let's do that. Aww. I was hoping I would wake up that turn. Alright, so this guy's gonna kill me. I basically have to go Plusle. Alright. Oh, that does nothing. Alright, yeah, we lose big time. I think we got a little bit unlucky on those Blossom poisons. Because one turn of Staraptor, he probably would switch to Donphan, but still. I guess my best chance is Thunder Wave Paralyze luck. Yeah. That's how it starts. Okay, yeah, we lose. Please say GG back. Person's not looking. Okay. Okay, they looked. I didn't move long enough. They didn't. They finally saw that I had said GG. I waited. Me waiting. He was like, "All right, why is this guy not sitting, moving?" The early Stealth Rock obviously sucks. For Staraptor there. I think one of the bigger potential changes would have been the Shed Ninja turns. Just maybe just not, probably just not worth going to Staraptor there, getting the big hit there, where there was other things I have that can hit Shed Ninja. I could have gone to Spirit Tomb, try to wake up and rest again. Will-O-Wisp would kill it. Dark Pulse would kill it. Hidden Power Fire from Celebi, though weak to an X-Scissor from Shed Ninja, so there's that as well. There was definitely some room for different decisions. I think maybe I rushed it and went with the Staraptor. Probably the mistake there, one of the big ones. But getting poisoned twice in a row from Sludge Bomb was certainly not ideal. And them not getting paralyzed for like 4 turns in a row was also... You add that in and it makes it a little doubly sting. Because the poison doesn't poison Staraptor, it lives for a turn and at least gets to do one big stab, like double edge or something, you know? Because either that forces Blossom to switch probably to Donphan and have that kill Donphan, or leaves in Blossom and probably dies to that as well. So it's like, it's probably gonna 1-for-1 something regardless. I wonder if I would have done Double Edge or Brave Bird. The Brave Bird obviously guarantees the kill on Blossom. The Double Edge maybe wouldn't kill if he left it in. But he probably would just switch to Donphan. I guess the Donphan, it wouldn't matter whether I do Double Edge or Brave Bird, so I probably would end up Brave Birding. Also, because Double Edge would miss if... Oh no, Shit-Ninja was already dead, but in a world where Shit-Ninja was alive. Okay. Let's go again. Let's go again. I did all writing is creative writing. In a sense, yes, but you know, if you go by a more traditional definition of creative writing, then no. But yeah, I think that I think I took a creative writing class in college. I had to take a certain amount of humanities types classes. I think I ended up taking one of them. Like it was required, even though I wouldn't, you know. So I did like 2 or 3 digital art classes. So I was like, okay, I could use Photoshop or something. And even though one of them ended up being 3D modeling, I had to fucking like try to use ZBrush and shit. That was crazy. But okay, I mean, I feel like I should probably just Ice Punch here, but let's see what we have. A classic Ambipom. No rocks on this Wormadam. That makes me sad. Okay, rocks on the Nidoking. Let's keep it simple with an Ice Punch here. Yeah, because, you know, it's early. They're probably going to have something to switch to. I don't really have anything to switch against steel types, man. Fucking steel types. Oh, that's a lie. Nidoking can. Nidoking, I don't think will have anything too resisted. I just need him to not miss this Fire Blast. Okay, we're in. Just write papers and tell them they can't judge you because spoken language and criticism is creative writing and you judged it back. I mean, this was a long time ago, but sure. That is funny. Wormadam or Cricketune? I guess Wormadam's a bit beefier, but it doesn't have a bug move. I feel like this is gonna die to 2 Psychics, though. Maybe I should just Milotic, Big Wall stuff. You're done shopping? Alright, you gotta tell us what you got. Okay, that's not good for me. It's not good for me at all. Okay, like I said, I'm gonna get 2-shot because Cricketune sucks. Turns out if I went Cricketune the first turn, though, it would have been pretty good. Am I faster? We're the same speed. That really stinks. I could do this in stab. I could fake out into U-turn. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good. Fake out, stab, U-turn, stab. Might be close to a kill. Anyway, the story I was going to say about the creative writing thing was that, I forget why, but basically they didn't let me... I was gonna do some story, but it was like sci-fi-ish in a way. And they were like, oh, you can't do that. Why not? Why can't I do that? Yeah, I don't really love my options here. So far it used Thunderbolt, which obviously dodges this. But... I guess it is. I'm pretty sure that doesn't kill if it's not a crit. But, great. I guess I fake out anyway here. Should do enough to kill. I don't know. That's frustrating. Yeah, okay, Gliscor. You're fantastic. I'm not even gonna U-turn because of Life Orb, so I'm just gonna go to Milotic. He's probably gonna poison, but I kind of just have to do this. He's either gonna Toxic or he's going to Stealth Rock. Or she. I mean, the name is the Grass Man, and then it's a picture of Dawn, so it's a little bit of mixed messaging, but I'm gonna Ice Beam here. Switch to Shiftry, please? No. Alright, we can't beat this team. Come on. A fucking Hariyama? How am I gonna beat this? How am I gonna beat this guy? He's probably gonna kill this on the switch in. No, he's gonna kill it with a Focus Punch. Because I'm Life Orb instead of Poison Black Sludge. Some vegetables for stir fry, Dave's Killer Sprouted Bread and Crunchy PB, some toilet paper, and deli turkey and cheese. Remember when TP shortage was a thing? I do. Yeah, I mean we can't beat this team. Pretty much. Pretty much can't beat this team. I almost want to substitute, but that's probably a bad idea. I'm gonna do it. I feel like I have to get kind of lucky with something here to have a chance. The Ambit Palm can do some good with a U-turn on a shift tree is gonna do a lot. Obviously can kill Gardevoir. Okay, a Vespiquen. Alright, my substitute was genius. These Ice Punches have to go a long way though, which they're probably not. Okay, they made a mistake. Or that's actually probably just their only attack move. Ice Punch not doing as much as I would like, but Vespiquen is pretty beefy, bulky. Okay, they're just taking the Ice Punch. Wow, that does nothing, huh? Alright, well I guess Cross Chop would do more than Ice Punch, so let's do that. Right? I mean, this is also super effective and slightly more. So I guess this could kill, but if he substitutes, then we're in trouble. Okay, never mind. I wrote the wrong thing. In my mind, that made sense. Obviously, it doesn't. I'm gonna substitute again. If he has Explosion and wins the Speed tie, that's bad. But I've made a mistake. They forfeited. Okay, well, on the Sucker Punch turn, they also made a mistake? Because Leaf Storm is not effective. I am a little surprised that they... I guess their thought process here is probably... Vespiquen is trouble killing the substitutes, and he can, chip it down with Ice Punch. Gliscor is 4x weak. And it's at 88%. I mean, honestly, if he left Gliscor in, took an sacrifice something so that you get a free switch to Gliscor. Then you hope you live an Ice Punch. Not the greatest of chance, but it's not a stab Ice Punch, so maybe there's a world. And then you try an Earthquake to kill, and then if that gets really low or doesn't quite kill, then you go Vespiquen, finish off the last bit of damage with Attack Order. Or Hariyama could probably take a hit. Unless Focus Punch is his only attack move, which could be the case. Wooper can learn Ice Punch. Yeah, Quagsire can learn Ice Punch, I think. This isn't... I'm assuming you're just making that comment randomly because I was talking about Ice Punch and not thinking that Wooper evolves into Toxicroak. I'm hoping. I do have to use the restroom, though. So I'm going to do that before the next one. I know, I just left a moment ago to get the apple and do the thing, but look. When you have to go, you have to go. What am I supposed to do? Okay. We go again. Speaking of Wooper, this Pokemon gets confused with Wooper sometimes. Boy. You know what would be funny is if I go to... I can't switch though, huh? So... I guess I'm doing this. Like, okay, I guess you can Encore me, and then eventually switch out and I get a switch. Or you just let me keep Calm Minding and then we trade. Those are basically the two options. It's not a good place for me to be, but also I think that it's not the... Okay, I mean... We have too many turns of Encore left, surely. I also don't really have anything good for this crowd on. I have nothing. I mean, he's ground type, but we're slower and he has Fire Punch, so, or probably. Yeah. I outspeed by 1, I kind of just have to do this. It's not gonna kill, I'm aware of this, but... This is why Boba Fett is in Ubers? Well, it's not even close. Okay, alright, this is fine though. We're trading at this rate? Alright, Quagsire, sure. Quagsire, huh? So he might Toxic, so I think this is a good time to go to Breloom. Called it. It didn't matter, because Toxic Orb, but still, I did call it. You can't say I didn't call it. You cannot say I didn't call that. Alright, Seed Bomb, because it's... I mean, I got a Seed Bomb, surely, right? He might Ice Punch. He might make the mistake. Stone Edge probably kills, but he's probably gonna kill me. Is the problem. So I think I have to do this. We gotta find out what type of Charizard it is. Alright, he did Fire Blast and he did miss, which means my Stone Edge would have killed, so that's a little saddening, but problem is he's got so many things. He's not gonna stay in. He stayed in! Why did he stay in? Because of the sun? That's so annoying, man. That's so annoying. We lose now because of that. I mean, let's be honest, we lost since fucking Boba Fett showed up at the turn 1. We lost since turn 1, let's be honest with ourselves. Right, that's the wrong one. Okay. Now let's try this again. Ice Punch, Toxic again. Okay. This time... this still works. Stone Edge still works here. I have no idea if the crit mattered. Honestly, I don't care. I don't care if the crit mattered. There was already enough shenanigans here. Okay. I'm doing it again. How many? The sun's got to be done now, right? Surely. It's been around for so long. God damn. Alright, he's doing it again. He's doing it again. I'm gonna do it again. Honestly, copying Ditto's kind of hype. I mean, copying Quagstar's kind of hype, but... Alright, here we go. He did the thing. I'm doing it. He missed. Let's go. Bayonet, huh? Seems like it's time to finally go Honchkrow. We did. I'm not gonna lie. We need some luck on our side for this one with this Boba Fett ground on setup. So, I think I'm gonna Pursuit. I think they're gonna switch out. They did not switch out. That's sad. That's not great. Probably means they're not gonna switch out now. But Sucker Punch would have worked anyway, so it doesn't really change too much. Okay. You know, it has Shadow Claw and Will-O-Wisp. I mean, he could Will-O-Wisp me on the turn. I'm basically trying to think of what do I want here. I think Relum is pretty good here. It's not great against the Wobbuffet, but what fucking is, right? I think I'm gonna Seed Bomb and hope that it kills. Okay, well, the game didn't want us to win. Game didn't want us to win that one. Game did not want us to win this round. We knew this was happening, so we Ice Beam. He's gonna Toxic, but I mean, look at my team here. It's just not. I got a Ditto. He's got a Wobbuffet and a Groudon. Why would you do this? It's because you know I'm Toxic. So now you're just not gonna do any moves. I guess I have to just. Okay. He has Swords Dance, I think. Okay, we do this. I mean, we still lose either, and it doesn't matter. We just lose. It doesn't matter. We just lose. I gotta Calm Mind again. Have a chance. I still think our chances are very small. We have to do a couple of crits here, I think, with Ice Beam. Yeah, the Earthquake does a little too much, I think. We need a crit this turn to have a chance. Nah, it's over. Yeah, that's why we needed it to crit that turn. Alright. I get it. That was a frustrating one. We did get our one luck spot was the Fire Blast Mist. So they also made like a weird read that I wouldn't Thunderbolt the Charizard for some reason, which doesn't really make any sense. So they won that 50-50 guess. Because it's either I'm Thunderbolting to kill the Charizard, or he's thinking I'm making a read because the Quagsire would come in. The Quagsire just owning Suicune, which was our basically only good Pokemon left. Dunk, and then that one I just think was not destined. I mean, the Wobbuffet into the Groudon, into the everything. It just, the lineup of team versus team was not favorable. Regirock, Kingler, Groudon, Executor. Well, that's great for me. Oh, why are you missing? What the heck? I'm gonna Will-O-Wisp again, because Will-O-Wisp hitting kills it right away, whereas Flamethrowing does not. That's really... I mean, they should be down one full Pokemon. Straight up. They should just be down one Pokemon, so that's kind of annoying. He could have Ice Beam. I'm curious if he would stay in, but I'm gonna Sleep Powder anyway. I think he's gonna switch. I don't know. He did Ice Beam. Okay. Alright, now I look like a big idiot, obviously, but I guess I'm doing this. Thing is, if he switches to Shit Ninja, it's kind of a wash, so I kind of just have to Pursuit. Tyranitar? What are these moves? Tyranitar by Earthquake is fucking dead! Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Okay. Regirock, Earthquake, T-Wave. This all seems good. Alright. I think I can live a hit. I think I can live a hit. Get this T-Wave out. If he switches to the duck, then so be it. He just typed, well, I just killed my Shedinja at least. I responded, if it makes you feel better, it should have died till the Will-O-Wisp missed. And he actually said true. He said true. So he feels a little bit better about it. That didn't kill. I think I'm kind of just okay to chill here and take a hit and let it die. I have boosted defense because of... That still did that. I have 339 special defense. What? Really? That's surprising to me. I get that it's super effective, but damn. That gold duck. It's a big gold duck then. Leafeon. Okay. I think I'm going to Mew here. He does know. Oh, he doesn't know that it has flamethrower actually. Yeah, okay, let's do that then. I think Leafeon usually has like Leaf Blade, Double Edge, Swords Dance. That critting was kind of a huge problem. That critting was sort of really terrible for me. Why did that have to crit, man? I think I don't want to leave this in, but taking a Giganto hit of a Leaf Blade feels bad too. You know what? Maybe Executor's. Executor's weak and slow. Sure, like this is fine. Because now we just go slacking, fucking Ice Punch something. If he goes to Shedinja, then it dies from Sandstorm anyway. But he might use this Shedinja as a free switch here, so. Huh. Oh, because I'm Scarf, not Banded. Okay, yeah, alright. I guess that makes sense. I'm not gonna die to this? I don't think that helped you, actually. I think you still died at this point. Okay, now we're in trouble. Now we're in trouble. It's either Groudon or Kingler. I think I would rather Kingler because we want the Sandstorm to stay up. You have to hope we can live a hit here, which is... I mean, we got a lot of defense, but... Yeah. Fucking course. Is he Life Orb at least? Alright, he's Life Orb at least. Yeah, well, we can outspeed with Slacking now. Fucking Infernape. Classic. Classic. This guy's cool though. He was like, I was like, fucking Infernape, and he's like, yeah, I know. I'm like, alright, at least he recognizes, right? Like, at least he recognizes it. Thing is, I like need HP. Yeah, it's just damn. I think the Shedinja being dead already doesn't really matter at this spot anyway, but I'm sure he can Will-O-Wisp or Swords Dance and then X's or whatever. I think for good measure. Maybe in a world where this is a rest talking Regirock, but It is not. They had some strong ones. Explode for good measure? No. That's just brutal. It's like, Infernape, I have to switch. Because, 1, the Slacking's not going to attack next turn anyway. 2, it's on Ice Punch. I wonder if I just should have done, whatever my normal type move was with Slacking anyway. For stab and stuff. They said, it isn't healthy playing... Yeah. He said, it isn't healthy playing random battles, and I replied, yeah. Yeah, lol. It really isn't. It really is not. I should have asked him what his last one was, but he already left. Again, the turn 1 Will-O-Wisp should have killed the Shedninja. That would have made me feel better about things already. The, one mistake definitely was... Well, there was... One definite 100% mistake was leaving the Regirock in on the Golduck. I thought it would do like half because of the Sandstream defense boost where I was nearly 400 special defense or something. It was something crazy, but apparently it still did that much. And then the other big one obviously was not fully Leaf Storming with execute and doing Sleep Powder instead. That would have been changed. It's okay. So the reason that this was all messed up was because I was still doing things to play around Shedninja, where I wouldn't have had to do that if Shedninja was dead. Let me explain. If Will-O-Wisp kills the Shedninja, the first miss, when it should have, then when my Executor comes in against Golduck, I don't have to worry about, oh, well, if I use Leaf Storm, it won't affect Shedninja. So it's a free switch, and then X-Scissor is quad super effective on Executor, so that would be bad. So, let me do the Sleep Powder for when he switches to it, or any of his other 5 Pokemon I haven't seen yet. Instead, they make a Reed stay in and Ice Beam and nearly kill me. And then I end up having to switch to something else. Well, or something. So that alone was a big changer of the results. Maybe that's me playing too much around Shedninja, but I feel like if I was the person with Shedninja at that point, I would probably switch. It's not like the Will-O-Wisp on Golduck is a big deal because it's a special attacker anyway, so that part doesn't really matter. Yeah. Alternatively, I could have gone to Kingler against Golduck and then just like, okay, let me agility and do these other things. The problem then, of course, is that Shedninja was still alive, so Kingler wouldn't have any attacks that could actually hurt Shedninja, and then I'm forced to switch. So again, if Will-O-Wisp hits, I don't have to worry about that. Everything, the Groudons and the Slackings are whatever, but mainly the Shedninja not dying and me not having to worry about like, oh, the Executor Kingler stuff. Because there was probably... Definitely when the Golduck was there, if the Shedninja didn't live, I would have gone Kingler instead, I think. Maybe on the Tyranitar when it was in after it was paralyzed, but yeah, probably after it was paralyzed. Then I would have gone Kingler, maybe, or just Regirock. But again, having to play around Shedninja, it makes more sense to be Regirock, because Rock Slide will hit Shedninja. So, yeah. That kind of screwed up everything. That thing missing. not like I knew he had Shin Ninja and like, oh, I made some crazy read with the Will-O-Wisp. It was more that, okay, I don't think the Mew is gonna take too much from Golduck. I don't think the Golduck is gonna take too much from Mew. Even if I Will-O-Wisp this Mew, I'm okay with it. He might switch to something else to try to set up. I'm down with that too. So the Will-O-Wisp made sense to me there. Because I already know also that Golduck's not gonna have, you know, Stealth Rocks or something, right? So a bit of back-to-back bummers. Maybe one or two more, depending on how fast they are. I might end early today, like closer to the 8 range, mayhaps. Started a little early, but also just kind of chilling anyway. A lot of stuff I need to do. I need to update my resume for work stuff. Poor Terra Girafarig. Seems terrible for me. Scyther seems pretty bad. Aerial Ace is okay, but I mean, he's probably has Stone Edge. He's almost 100. He's either gonna Rock Polish turn 1 or he's going to Stealth Rock. So, Fire Blast, Ice Beam. I guess I'm doing this. I don't think there's anything that's like a really obvious switch here. Yeah. It's like I could go Scyther for the Aerial Ace or something, but I think Nidoqueen's probably a little bit better. The only problem with it, I guess, is that, well, if he has Stone Edge, well, no, he's probably, if he has Stone Edge, then that owns Scyther. We know he's gonna have Earthquake, which is bad against Nidoqueen, but okay, this is kind of fine for me. And I mean, I know it can have HP Ice, but I'm gonna throw up a layer of Toxic Spikes. This person is rank 1450. Okay, so we're around the same place. Because I'm not 1600 Chad anymore. That was a long time ago. The rust has brought me down to planet Earth. I'm back on planet Earth in terms of that. This person is making a big decision. Probably overthinking like I usually do. If he does this 50-50, then he does this, and if he does this 50-50, then he's gonna do that. Him bringing in the Nidoqueen against the Torterra probably means that it has Ice Beam, and you know what I mean? There's a lot of... Okay, they made the move to try to dodge the Earthquake, which is fair. This Brave Bird is just gonna do a lot to anything. It got poisoned by that, which is kind of funny. Alright, double poisons are up. Nothing can take this hit very well, which is the bad thing. I guess I'll Intimidate, question mark? Doesn't really seem great either way. Well, I don't love that. I don't love that that did exactly 50%. This Girafarig seems not amazing. Oh, you know what? I probably should have Peruglied. Although we don't know if it's... Alright. Yeah, okay. I tried. I tried. You can't say I didn't try. I'm gonna Sucker Punch instead of Fake Out. The reason to Sucker Punch instead of Fake Out is if they switch Pokemon, then the Sucker Punch doesn't hit anything, which means I don't take Life Orb damage. But I guess the Fake Out probably wouldn't. I mean, maybe that's just not worth it either way, but... okay. I think they're just trying to outspeed me and stuff. So I'm gonna do crazy move incoming. I was kind of hoping he would Thunderbolt me, but he can't do that, so I'm going to surf. That's not exactly all that crazy or unheard of. I think I'm Perugling here. Yeah. He's Poxic. Oh, of course it's a download special attack. All right, let me fake you out, please. Let me fake you out first. I think I'm gonna taunt after, even though they're probably going to do an attack. Porygon 2 is more of a wall than anything, and so I don't want it to be able to heal. Yeah. Burn! That's so lucky, you son of a bitch. That was about the worst thing that could have happened. That was about the worst fucking thing that could have happened. Okay. Brick break? Are we brick breaking? God damn it. Come on! This game is so whack. Holy shit. Freeze would have been worse. Kind of, but like, holy shit. Was that the dumbest thing that could have happened? Oh my god, man. How does it feel to have it all? How does it feel to get it all? How does it feel? Pidgeot still being alive is brutal. So we're gonna have to hope that this Nidoqueen can get it done. The smarter move here actually would be doing something else instead of Pidgeot. If I'm honest. I think the smarter move is either the Torterra or the other thing. Torterra's not gonna die from one Girafarig hit with no Calm Minds on it. Definitely not. So whether or not, I mean, this feels like this shouldn't be taking that long to decide. You know what I have left. Girafarig is at basically 0. I'm gonna get one Psychic and that's it. Right? I mean, it would be insane for you to do anything but an attacking move. Yeah. And then now the play is, I guess, well, maybe, I mean, I don't know. Trade with the Pidgeot, probably. The crit did not matter. I promise you the crit did not matter. Pidgeot, Double Edge, hope that it kills, and you have your last Pokemon? That has to be the play. Yeah. Don't leave. Answer my question. What was the last Pokemon? Why were you thinking so hard? Why were you thinking so hard? Answer me! Answer me! Please. Volbeat. I had Fire Blast, but the rain was still out, so probably would not have mattered as enough. The para on the Scyther was brutal. Not that I don't think the Scyther would have been able to do anything crazy on the Gorobus, but it would have probably been able to do an Aerial Ace or something instead, or I would just be able to switch it out instead of having to use Quick Attack. The reason the burn was almost worse than the freeze, I mean, I guess, you know, it's technically not, because I got to do some damage, but it's virtually the same in a way, the freeze and the burn. So I also probably shouldn't have sucker punched. I should have just done a regular return, but yeah, I think if I had done whatever the normal type attack I had on the whatever the fucking Purtle, I think it was return. If I had returned instead of sucker punched, then it dies. Then I think the brick break from Scyther would be enough to kill it before the Porygon 2 gets to discharge me. So then I would be full health. And then that, you know, that changes quite a bit, obviously. The Volbeat would be weak to the Aerialist from Scyther and then also the Fire Blast, so that's a thing. The Pidgeot did a lot for them. It did like everything. Again, that was maybe a point where I should let after something died, then bring in the Purgle instead, but the explosion on Electrode, it was kind of like, alright, well, either I have to guess that he's gonna explode, or I mean, that's probably what he was most likely gonna do. I was considering going to Girafarig because of Focus Sash. Would have been kind of a sweet read, but yeah, things just are not going our way. I think this is the last one of this, regardless of how it goes. Just clearly not going my way here. A lot of Nidoqueens. Stealth Rock and Spikes. Do I have anything good against you? In Power Electric probably does basically nothing. Sure. Don't poison point me, please. Thank you. You're probably gonna like Stealth Rock and stuff, right? Like I don't even know what you're gonna do here. As tempted as I am to bring out my own Nidoqueen, if he just Earthquakes, that's pretty bad for me. And even if I do switch, it's like, okay, he gets a Stealth Rock, then when I try to do mine, and then he just Earthquakes, super effective, so it's not good. Groudon's probably just better. Also, because oh, he's faster. Yeah, we're waterfalling. Thunderbolt, huh? That's it's an interesting set of moves you have there. That's an interesting set of moves you have there. And of course, you're faster. That went as worse as it could. Well, oh, so they... What a day. What a day. What a day I've had. What a fucking day. No one even, and I don't know if you're too scared to laugh at how unfortunate things have gone for me, or if you've already tuned out, but that was the night. Oh my god! And Sucker Punch, of all things. God, that is not the normal moveset, right? Is it? Maybe it is. And Sandstream to auto kill. Well, at least I get to do this. At least I get to do that. Never. Everything's great. Just kill me, please. Don't double dance, please. Thank you. I mean, there's just no way to win. He has to miss Stealth Rock? Stone Edge, I mean? He has Crunch anyway, we already know this. He misses that Stone Edge. I just don't have anything. He's not faster, I guess, but definitely can't switch out, so. I guess I have to agility and pray. I do at least not get sandstormed, but I don't see this happening. Chimeco. E-Wave? Yawn. Nice. Nice play. Yep, this all checks out. It was a good play on his part. Even if I 2-turn slept, I don't think I was killing. I am curious to see how much this would do, but I don't think it matters. Jesus Christ, man. I'm down like 100 points in total from where we started, literally. What a disaster. What a fucking disaster. Why is the game like this to me? Just awful. Is it because I made fun of the red legendary? Is that it? It was more of a joke. I didn't even mean it really. I don't care that it has wheels, but it doesn't have wheels. They both look dumb anyway. It's fine. I've literally done like 100 points though, I think. Sad times. Sad times. Okay. I know I said that was probably the last one, but it's 7:50, so I feel like we go until 8 o'clock. Feels like this makes more sense. Rounder number. I mean, Stone Edge is cool and all, but this is terrifying. I don't know how I feel about this. Weavile. Different Vigoroth. Jolteon. I mean, I assume they're gonna Ice Beam, yeah. Okay. I would think that the Stone Edge needed to crit to kill, but I'm pretty sure Glaceon's has decent defensive stats, but... I'll take it, I guess. I'll take it, I guess. I didn't fully look at my team to see if I had anything that had Stealth Rocks, but... I was definitely, okay, alright, that's a thing, sure. I just don't think I care. I know you can have Water Pulse, so that's sort of something I'm keeping in mind here. I mean, I guess Jolteon's okay. And you're mostly a physical attacker, but I know you can have that other move. Let's just do this. Sure. You're probably gonna slash now or something. I'm gonna bug buzz. Swift. Yep, so technician stuff. You know what? Encore probably would have made sense, and then just switch to Armaldo on the Encore. Because it resists. The scary thing is if this had water pulse, but the also scary thing is that I just did this, so this could, okay, yeah, probably not gonna stay in. I don't think it really makes sense to do that. Problem is this thing is really weak and an earthquake is gonna do a lot, but maybe in that case then I just sacrifice Volbeat. I think that makes sense. I think I'd rather keep my Omega Fast Weavile alive with full HP. I'm outspeeding, so I'm just punching. Yes, I'm just punching. I'm not gonna risk a... sure. Swords Dancing doesn't really change anything, so that doesn't seem like a big deal. Focus Punch is never gonna happen. I guess I'm doing this and hoping I don't die, but I probably would die. Okay, Bullet Punch. I mean, I'm gonna Earthquake. Bullet Punch, right? If he Bullet Punches, then I can substitute, but I don't think he's gonna do that. He'll have Earthquake. So if he Bullet Punches, if he doesn't Bullet Punch, then that's kind of bad for me. He knows, me bringing this in kind of signals that I have a fighting type move here. Because well, otherwise, why am I bringing in a Vigoroth? So I think this is good. This is great, even. I'm going to return instead of Focus Punch. I don't want him to know that the move that I have is Focus Punch. So I'm just gonna return. Because if he knows I have Focus Punch, then he can play around it. If he thinks I have Low Kick, which is the other usual fighting type move he could have, then he could still be scared of that. So that's why you don't Focus Punch there. Because at that point, he's almost 100% going to be sacking this Persian, and if he's not, the other option would be U-turn to kill the substitute and then switch out. Which either way, like, yeah, maybe a Focus Punch could hit, you know, Flygon more or something, but it doesn't really make sense to do that. Okay, here's the time to go Jolteon. It took us a while, but we finally got here. I'm gonna substitute because he's probably gonna Flygon. There it is. Now the bad news here is that Baton passing the Weavile. Okay, all right, that's still sort of fine. If I go Armaldo, I can Earthquake. If I go this, I can Focus Punch, but this kind of resists that. Earthquake's gonna hit everything somewhat, you know, to some fashion, so I think I'm gonna do this. Then I'm gonna Earthquake. Sure. Levitate is a thing. Stab Stone Edge. Yeah. Of course. Yeah, I mean that kind of loses the game. Kind of loses me the game, that one. Kinda needed that one to hit. Fucking Flygons. They're always good when my opponents have them. They're never good when I have them.
I don't see being able to kill this Metagross, so he's probably going to bring that in. I'm going to Ice Shard, because he's probably going to Bullet Punch and kill. Yep, that's why you Ice Shard. And now... this is tough. I know he has Life Orb. If I Thunderbolt and he brings in this, that's pretty bad. I think I kinda have to, though. Okay, alright. Alright, we have a chance. It's not a big chance, because we don't know what the last one is, but it's a chance. I think I have to Hidden Power Grass and hope it does enough. Okay. We know that the Vigoroth is faster, and that the... alright, is a normal type attack good enough? Oh, no it is not. It is not even close to good enough. He is faster. There's no way I'm one-shotting. Unless I crit, maybe. Yep. I guess what he's thinking about maybe is if it's worth Fire Blasting, if he feels the need to Fire Blast for damage, or if he thinks he can two-shot with like double Air Slash or Dragon Pulse or something like that. I mean, I have the poison on me. He's faster. I think what he should do is Air Slash twice. Yeah. That just feels like one that I should not have lost. Well, I don't know. Again, I feel like that was sort of unfortunate. I'm trying to think, even if I didn't go for the Thunderbolt on Metagross and I tried to like substitute. So if I substitute, then then maybe I could have killed the Flygon and had a teeny bit of HP for one turn for a Thunderbolt, which probably wouldn't have killed, but then Vigoroth might have been able to finish off. He would have had to probably go for a Fire Blast. Yeah. I guess it just didn't think he would, it's too, I think it's too risky for me to go for a substitute there. I guess it also means he probably didn't end up, probably didn't end up having Earthquake, I guess? That seems crazy. Metagross always has Earthquake if it's Life Orb, right? Unless it's like Agility, Agility, Bullet Punch, Meteor Mash, Earthquake. It would be Earthquake, right? Zen Headbutt? No shot. Right? Why would he Bullet Punch on the Jolteon? That makes no sense. Why would you Bullet Punch there? You're definitely not going to do enough to prevent me from doing a substitute. Was that the thought process? There's no way. But if I get the substitute there, his Bullet Punch wouldn't kill the sub. I would kill him with Thunderbolt. I would still have the substitute up. He'd either bring in Flygon or Charizard. He'd probably bring in the Flygon? I don't know. Then kills the substitute with whatever. Because we saw that the grass Hidden Power didn't kill Flygon. They like traded after the fact with Life Orb. But then the second turn I would kill. Jolteon would probably be the little bit left because it had poison. And then Charizard I would outspeed for one turn with Jolteon. Thunderbolt, bring it down low, which then he would probably use Air Slash or something to finish me off. Then we have the Vigoroth Charizard turn. He would likely be in Blaze range if he didn't die for the Thunderbolt straight up. So there's two things. There's one, he maybe would die to the Thunderbolt straight up. Two, he would be in Blaze range. If he hit a Fire Blast, it would 100% kill Vigoroth. If he doesn't go for it, goes for the Air Slash, we saw that that didn't kill Vigoroth. So then Vigoroth would have killed with a Return. So again, a very little small thing that could have changed it. The Stone Edge myth on Flygon
The first turn, also humongous, right? Because then that means I would have been able to kill Flygon with, you know, some other move at an earlier opportunity with a Vigoroth return or a Jolteon Grass in power. So I actually wrote it in text when that happened. I was like, that kind of needed that to hit. Yeah, I wrote kind of needed that to hit when the first of all those Stone Edge missed, because that was the game changer. That was the play where I got the substitute, I got the baton pass. Okay, time to get 2 big hits on something that's gonna resist the Armaldo. I don't remember the HP numbers 100%. I don't think hitting both of them would have killed the Flygon, but it would have left it really low that anyone that had a move that could hit would kill. There was some mistake, I think, with Doug Trio that I did. I'm trying to remember when that was, though. Right. It was when Doug Trio came out on Metagross. I don't think it would have been a big enough deal. I don't think Sucker Punch on Doug Trio would have killed Metagross, but it would have been a little bit lower. So then maybe when he brings it in on Armaldo, or no, Armaldo would get outsped and be super effective from Steel. It might have made a slight difference. Maybe like Weavile could finish it with Night Slash instead of having to switch out instead or whatever, but later on, not the first time. The first time I switched out to the Duck Tree in the first place, but there's your review of the match. There was a couple, those were I think some of the change spots. I think doing the Swords Dance, Night Slash to kill the Quillfish kind of had to happen. I think just switching a bunch more would have been worse. I think just staying in kind of had to happen there. Yeah. In some vein, you could say that the Metagross shouldn't have bullet punched on the Jolteon anyway, so in a way it should have played out that way, where I ended up not having to substitute for the Flygon, and then I should have died. So in some sense, I suppose, this is extremely copium. I mean, it's not even copium, it's more like they misplayed, and their misplay made my play look like their misplay. I didn't play around them doing a misplay, which could have given me a bigger window to win. But expecting that misplay was kind of insane, would have been an insane thing to do. Because imagine if I'm there with my Jolteon Poison, and I substitute, and he just Earthquakes with Metagross, like 99% of times would happen. I'd look pretty fucking dumb. I would look pretty fucking dumb, because I'm getting poisoned as well anyway already. And then we didn't know what the last Pokemon was. The other good news is, I guess, that even if I had Stone Stealth Rock up, it wouldn't. That plus the return from Vigoroth wouldn't have been enough to kill. I don't think the previous Vigoroth I had the round before was like Sucker Punch or something instead of Focus Punch, so that wouldn't have really changed anything either. Yeah, I don't know. I just still feel like I shouldn't have lost some of these games, or like they easily could have coin flipped, but damn was that frustrating. Damn was that frustrating. Okay. Unless anyone says otherwise, it's been pretty quiet, so I don't think anyone really cares if I hop out now. So let's see. We did Tetris. We checked Fall Guys, but there was nothing. Then we did a Unity game, Stretch Time, and a bunch of that was the biggest Showdown block that I've done in like over a month, I think. That was almost 2 hours-ish. I have seen you launching MK8 the other day yesterday when I was launching Unite. How are you liking the new levels? Speaking of MK8, look, I got Rainbow Road music going. Although this is F-Zero X expansion kit Rainbow Road, which is super fancy and cool. They've done the first 2 waves of maps, right? That's my understanding, and there's 1 more to go. They're good. It's still, you know, I mean, it's insane. The last time, like, when you go, like, the Mario Kart games in the past decade versus the decade before, it's like MK8 versus, like, 3 or 4 other Mario Karts or something. Wave 2 dropped. Yeah, I saw pictures of, like, Waluigi's Pinball something or other. I never even heard of that level before. I don't know what game that one was in. Definitely was not in Double Dash. I don't think that was in Mario Kart Wii either, right? Or maybe it was, but I only know the ones that I didn't really play Mario Kart Wii. And most of the Mario Kart Wii I have watched is like the ultra competitive ones where everyone's using Funky Kong. So I don't think they would have done that level anyway, if it wasn't that one, but is Coconut Mall out yet? Was that in the first one? The first wave or the second wave? There's 4 waves remaining. Oh, so they split it up a lot. More than I would have thought then. Okay. Coconut Wall is wave 1. I understand it's auto-correcting. You don't have to fix it. There is a chance, a pretty decent chance, the person that like childhood friend that has visited back from California is going to a wedding tomorrow, so I cannot see them. So Sunday, I might be going over there to attempt to see them. If not, I might be going Monday. I think I'm going to try to go Sunday, which means there's a decent chance that either there would be no Sunday stream or there would be a later and shorter Sunday stream. So I would just want to mention that now. One thing that I had been considering of doing, which I don't think I have the link up for it anymore. Let me see if I can find it. There was a community. What's the word I'm looking for? This is not what we want to see. We want to see this, and we want to hide this and this, and make me smaller. My eyes are confused? Okay. There was a fan-made, that's what I'm looking for. Fan-made thing that came out like this week. Sonic Triple Trouble 16-bit. Sonic Triple Trouble came out for the Game Gear, which means it was an 8-bit a very long time ago, and people liked it. It was actually revered to be quite good for really good graphics for 8-bit. But these people have had a personal fan project going for a long time, and it finally released just this week. I think I had posted a link to it in the Games News channel a couple days ago. And it's all 16-bit style. There's some new stage and gimmicks and things as well. I was considering doing that today. I don't know. I just didn't end up doing it. I don't know. Do we think this is something that maybe would be interested in? I could potentially test and set it up and try it out. I don't know how long it is, so I'd be like, I don't necessarily want to commit to playing through the whole thing, but I certainly wouldn't mind trying it out. It sounds like there's some cool stuff involved. So I don't know. I mean, that seems like it could be kind of alright, right? Well, I'll think about it. I think it's not a crazy idea. But either way, enjoy your Mario Karting. I think that's enough for me today. A little early, but it's been 3 hours and 45 minutes. It's whatever. I don't got any big plans left. I'd rather not just kind of flop around and be like, oh, let me play Fall Guys for an hour or something. You know, I think I'd rather just wrap it up. I think I'm also more likely going to do that type of thing if I don't have any plans. It doesn't have to be some major plans, but you know, You know, if I'm like, okay, we got a Fall Guys event, I want to do that, or today, you know, oh, I haven't done Showdown in a while, I want to do a little bit of that. Stuff of that kind. Like, if I don't have something in mind, I might be more prompted to end early, or, you know, things of that nature. So, I think I'd rather do that than just kind of flop around. So, yeah, I think that covers everything. Like I said, potentially no stream Sunday. Maybe that might mean that I try to do a little something extra tomorrow. It might not be exciting, but I might be interested in there's someone that was saying they want to play Multiverses with me, so I might do that with them a little bit. Don't know if I'm gonna stream that or not. There's also, I might work on the pad box generator stuff. Who knows? Maybe I'd do that on stream. Maybe I wouldn't, just listen to some music or something myself. But either way, enjoy your evening. Enjoy your weekend if I don't see you. Stay cool if it's hot weather, which it kind of is here. And healthy and all of those things, alright? Have a good one. Thanks for hanging out. Nice to see DKR. Been a while, I know. I'm sorry. But you saw how much Showdown hurt my heart there tonight. So, there's a reason, okay? See ya.